also not like I'm
fighting again.
And it's not like I invited him on to play Mario Kart on stream as well.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That actually was fun.
Mate. I got chewed out by the wife because I finished 5 minutes before Summer Games, so she was like, "I thought you were gonna say hello to me." I was like, "No." Then she'd come in and get a drink and then bugger off again.
Oh my goodness.
What? Why? I see you every other day.
Yeah, I see you for a lot of hours.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's never enough.
Is it? Is it? It's probably too much in my case. I mean, anyone spent more than a day. Well, some of these guys have spent more than a day with me at conventions. They should know that.
We have.
I'm usually drunk.
That's
Stop! Like, there's no more to that sentence.
That's it.
I mean,
that
you
should
have seen her at WASD.
For the drinking.
I go for the drinking.
Yeah.
Yes. Stay for the games. Go for the drinking. Stay for the games.
What was it on the? What was it? The Saturday or the Sunday? Or the Saturday, wasn't it? Where you were like 10:30, just got in. I was like, I need wine.
Oh yes.
Oh, it was good.
I like to cook with wine. Sometimes I add it to the food as well.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, not all the times.
There is no such recipe with leftover wine.
No, absolutely not.
Hamburgers.
I'm not sure you need to cook hamburgers in wine, but hey,
Exactly.
you do you.
Hamburgers.
That's how you get it really, the texture and the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good Merlot. Balances that red meat.
Yeah, that real rich Merlot texture. Yeah.
Who needs Kobe?
Nana says, "Are you not drunk today?"
Not yet.
Getting there.
We'll be there soon.
It's a work
Soonish.
Another 10-20 minutes?
Yeah, top.
If that. I mean, by the time we start, she might already be 3 tequilas down.
Oh,
That's
no.
true.
Is that it?
Well, slow you roll there.
Can't go wrong.
Telling Kylie to
slow.
slow.
Oh yeah, Kelly doesn't do anything slow. Anything.
Speaking of which, my lord has redeemed the glass of wine.
Okay, well.
You need to change that to a glass of tequila.
Well, it does mean I have to chug this instead of sip it. So we'll be there
chug,
faster
chug,
than 15
chug.
minutes.
I like to drink.
Chug. Take it to the head. Take it to the head.
Pete, I'm streaming as well, and I just knocked to share chat. So.
Sorry.
Well done.
I just knocked the share chat with yourselves again. If you want to do that,
excellent.
yeah.
How do you do that again?
Oh, sweet.
Good question.
Twitch,
on Twitch itself, yeah.
I was gonna say, I think it's already on my channel as well, Pete.
Right. So let me just have a look.
Me hopes.
Gorney wants to collaborate. Click to accept. Yes.
There we go. There we go. Share chat started. There we go.
Chat
Nice.
is on. Excellent.
Hello.
Pollard says, "Oh, I can only do one." Yeah, I had to do that because chat was going to kill me. My liver was going to explode on Twitch.
Amazing. Thanks, Gorney. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Look, there's a Ghani in the chat. Hello.
Hello, Gorney. Wait, Gorney's in the chat. He's on the screen too.
Yeah. See, double bubble.
Stereo.
Oh my god. Gorneyception.
We should not trust a pirate Goomba like this.
Never trust a pirate Goomba. But I'll get into that. I'll get into that.
Right.
It has been across all channels, mate. All channels. I mentioned it on a video that I did the other day. Pete also mentioned it.
We mentioned it on our stream the other day. Yeah.
Oh.
There's a bit of Gorneyception going on.
Got all petition going on as well. Bring back Pirate Goomba.
Look, first DLC costume isn't Pirate Goomba. We riot.
We need it. We need it.
Cool. Right, I'm going to start recording and then we'll crack on.
Wait,
Sorry,
what episode
Ryan.
was this? I forgot.
239.
Okay, I've just
239.
There we go.
239.
Sorry, Ryan. Can you just give us a little boost on your game, please? Just a little bit.
Like that? Was that a bit better?
Oh, that's way
Yep,
better.
yep,
Yeah.
seems better.
There you go.
Excellent.
There you go.
Amazing.
I know what I'm doing.
Sorry, we're 239 episodes in and we still don't know what we're doing. We're
Just gonna
good.
Yeah, there you go. Look at them! Look at them! Look
we'll
at
just
them.
we'll just start like this, just with
Oh,
podcast.
Crap down, please. Put it down.
Oh, mine's backwards.
Ah.
Here's the thumbnail.
Backwards. Don't know why mine's
That
backwards.
should be the thumbnail. Y'all, for real, put your things up. Let's do that for 2 seconds. Go on.
I thought you had to.
Oh, what?
I stopped putting that up.
At least we'll have that.
How do I reverse it?
Okay, well, I'm going to
Alright,
try
that'll
and
be a
get
perfect
that.
one.
Excellent.
Nana, that's if you can note that.
I think
Nana,
he's already done our thumbnail for this week, but you know.
Well, he puts up so much stuff. And Bueno Britzmente, he says,
Went.
Game Pass 1 SGF as usual.
Did it?
But I did watch. I just watched the Xbox showcase.
I didn't. I forgot it was even on.
I saw a little bit of that.
Family,
Yeah.
It exists.
Don't tell me anything. I'm going to watch it after this stream.
There's nothing to tell. It happens.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm still going to watch it anyway.
That's about it.
Right,
That's
cool.
it.
Anyway, right, I'm going to start recording.
239.
Yes, Kylie, in the worst
sorry,
English
guys.
accent you could ever do.
I can do a worse one if I think
Well, Nana,
about it.
yeah, sorry, Nana's just put, okay, I'll edit after this. Cool, awesome, thank you. Right, so 239, I'm going to count you in, and we're going to start in 3, 2.
Welcome to Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast, episode 239. I remembered. I am your co-host, Kylie Wild, and I am joined by several guests, which you can come see on twitch.tv/Rapid Reviews, because they're holding things up on a podcast, a visual medium.
Yeah,
On Twitch.
But remember, we're
Audio medium on the radio.
Visual, yeah, but we're a visual as well.
Yes, we are. Yeah. I am taking the piss. But I am joined by guests today. We have Gani.
Hello. How do?
Best friend of the show, Mike Tendo.
Hello there.
And a very special guest that I've been trying to get on this show for actually about a year now. His name is Rowan.
Hi there. Hello.
And it wasn't like he was denying it. It's just Pete didn't ask him. But we cannot forget my co-host, Pete Beckett.
Yo.
Okay, so this is the part of the show.
Sorry, I want to clarify something. If Kylie pulled her finger out, actually phone up and asked someone to join a podcast, they probably would join, but leaves it with me to do all the work.
That's not
Exactly,
my job.
there you go.
My job is to drink and know things.
This
But-
is exactly why you're called The Talent.
See my trailer. And my writer. But usually, okay, we're gonna do things just a little bit different. Usually this is the time where I ask everyone how they've been, what they've been playing. But we're gonna do that a little bit differently, because what these guys have been playing is such a strong part of what this show is about. We'd be done after the intro. So instead, I'm gonna ask these guys how their week's been, and then they're gonna ask me what I've been playing, because I didn't play any of this. I played other stuff. So, Gani, how's your week been?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, it's
Say, I bet it's real good.
It's been alright. No complaints, you know. It's been okay. Yeah.
It's been okay.
Yeah, it's been a week. Things have happened, you know. So.
Things have happened, yeah. Pete, can I ask is it wise of me to ask during intros how people picked up their merchandise, or should we say
No, we'll save it. We're gonna say that's gonna be the first thing we cover, possibly.
Okay, so
Ooh.
I just want to know if you had a good week. Okay, so Mike, how about you? How's your week been?
Yeah, well, it started off all right. Then it got very, very daunting. And then fortunately it worked out okay. But I won't say anymore now.
Hold.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just the tip for now.
Oh,
Yes.
Pete did it, not
Just-
me.
just a tip.
Rowan, same question to you. How about your week?
My week has been quite busy. It's a busy time for me at the minute.
That's good. Busy is always good in my books. Pete, what about you? This sounds so weird. I was not used to just doing this part. How did your week been?
All right, I guess. Nothing really happened of any major
No.
merits, did it? You
Not at
know?
all. Yeah.
Holly, how's
There
your
was
week
some
been? And actually,
guys.
oh yeah. We'll talk about that next week. And Xbox, I guess. Yeah, nothing major went on. Kylie, how's your week been? But most importantly, what have you been playing?
Oh my gosh, my week is not as special as you guys this week.
Is it?
But what?
Is it special? Is our week special?
I
Don't know.
think it might be.
Depends on what your perspective is, possibly.
You're
If
special
you-
to me. If that
Yeah, there you go. There you go. See.
Yeah.
Glad someone's
So-
positive here.
Yeah, exactly. But I have been playing. Basically, I did the same thing. I did Doom on Monday. Still love it. It's just, I know it's not a classic Doom game. Yes, but I still love it because I like shooting things in the face and chopping their heads off.
In
It's really
Doom.
fun.
That's
In
fair.
Doom. Yeah, sure, in Doom.
Oh,
I
that
did-
explains all those murders around Northern Ireland then.
Maybe.
Whilst throwing her shield around like Captain America.
It's true. There you go. That's it.
Well,
Very
yeah.
dark, Captain America. And then Wednesday, I played Deadly Premonition, but I think I'm done. Me and chat, we were like, okay, we did it. We dipped our toe in, but that game is weird. It's just weird. And then I lost frames. So it was like 10 frames per second.
Oh,
so
no.
I was like, okay, yeah, we're
Oh.
done. So we switched to another game, which I didn't play Wednesday and Friday. Scorn.
Ooh.
So Scorn is a bit divided. I remember when it came out on this show, I was talking about it. It looked very cool. I was hoping it was an FPS. It's not an FPS. It is a puzzler. So that part's kind of cool. It's interesting environmental puzzles. But as
Yeah.
we began to play,
Okay, you're getting to it then. Good God.
yeah, as we began to play, me and chat started to figure something out. Somebody be having some sex strings with H.R. Geiger, because that entire game, and I had to go look it up yesterday just to be sure I wasn't just like, I know it's been a long time for me, but, you know, was I really seeing what I thought I was seeing? I was. It is a sex game.
Oh.
Amazing.
It is
Oh wow.
an intentional.
Oh, I say.
Yes,
Wow.
and the ending is
Surprise.
an ending. The
And
ending.
you streamed all of that?
I did
Climactic
say,
ending.
but wasn't a happy ending.
It's a happy ending, a very climactic, yes. Yes. Apparently. So that was a very interesting thing to discover. And that ended my playing for this week. And then I watched the Xbox showcase, but we're not going to talk about that this week because we're not going to mention Xbox. There's a reason for this. Now, I'm going to turn the mic over to... Wow, that's confusing. I'm going to turn the mic over to Pete. Because, you know, Mike's right here.
Mine now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm flipped.
No,
Yeah, I'm
that
flipped.
way.
I forget.
Which way is he? I don't know.
Yeah. Because Pete is going to, dadgum, if you're listening to this podcast, you've probably seen the title. You probably know what the frick we're talking about for the next 6 hours. But
Oh, no,
Also-
not 6 hours.
if you want to come see it, what they're doing right now, our lovely podcast listeners, join us over at twitch.tv/rapid reviews. Pete, what is this week about? I'm gonna drink now.
I don't know. It might be about some console that might have launched this week. I don't know. You might not have never heard of
Xbox
it
2?
before. No, because Xbox would never call their console Xbox 2.
No,
because-
they wouldn't.
No, it'll be
They call-
Xbox Series 2.
yeah. Series 2,
Let-
XYZ.
It's who you two?
Let's just say,
Oh,
gotta
we
say-
got to.
Look, they
And
should
we
just
gotta
go down
stick-
the rush. Look, the rush thing. They just call it the Xbox YYZ.
Ooh, Oh, I do want to say one quick thing. I really am going to turn this over to you, Pete. The one thing that I will mention from the Xbox showcase, and it's relevant to
Don't. I
this.
say don't spoilers. I've already had a couple in
La
chat.
la 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 la.
Okay,
La,
fine,
la, la,
but
la,
it does
la, la.
apply to this. But
Okay.
anyway, okay, Pete, go for it.
No, go on. I don't care. Carry on.
Xbox is paired up. Paired up? Nope. Paired
Hurry
up. Paired up. Okay, my Texas accent really hit. Yeah.
Partner enough.
Yeehaw!
Party
Yeah.
partner.
With Rogue Ally or ROG Ally, I still don't know how to pronounce
Yeah.
it. Xbox now has a handheld.
Oh, no, I've already
What?
been spoiled about that in the chat. Thanks.
What?
They've already been
Yeah.
spoiled about
See,
that in the
there you
chat.
go.
Cheers, guys.
See?
Yeah, cheers, guys. Really
No,
appreciate that.
see,
What's
I
it
don't-
called?
well, it's
What's
the-
it called?
The
ROG,
Xbox ROG Ally 2.
Xbox. Yeah, it's in the middle. ROG Xbox Ally 2. They put the Xbox
Ally?
in the middle.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Rog Alley?
It's a
ROG Ally.
bad name.
ROG
Bad.
Ally.
Yeah. They just they
That's
put
a
a bunch of
mouthful.
like Scrabble letters in the bag and then just reached in and that's what they named it.
Basically, typical naming convention for an Xbox console.
Yeah, this is true.
But
I
they
think
got- at least they
I
got
think it's
people
9
next door.
points. Yeah.
Scrabble. Definitely.
I like what Pylord says. You need to change the title to chat about Xbox. Okay, no more Xbox talk. I'm going to drink now for real, and Pete's gonna talk.
Hello. Right, so yeah, if you may or may not have been aware, living under a rock, suck it, Xbox. If you've been living under a rock or you've been in a coma, we're not going to judge.
I like
But,
my rock.
You know,
Keeps me safe.
there might have been a small little console, a successor to a 150 plus million like console seller called the Nintendo Switch 2. Who are Nintendo?
Wow.
Well, just this small indie company, you know, from Japan. Just a tiny little company.
They sell cards, don't they?
They used
to
to.
sell cigarettes.
Yeah.
They might have also had love hotels.
Love hotels,
did.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, they.
Something.
Yeah. So yeah, the Nintendo Switch 2 launched at exactly 12:01 on the 5th of June. How do I know this? Because at 12:01 I was stood in a line at Smith's Toys getting my Switch 2.
You
Nice.
actually there? Oh my god, that's cool.
Yes. Surprisingly enough, there was 5 people at 10 o'clock. Apparently one person had been standing there since 8 o'clock because they hadn't pre-ordered and was like, I better make sure I'm there early, and was first in
Yeah.
line. Yeah. So by the time that the store opened, there were 50 people in line, which was awesome. So all of us, all looking forward to it. Apparently there was only me and one other person who had already pre-ordered it. Everyone else was chancing their arm.
Wow.
Which leads me to my first question
And
for
yes, Brent, they
certain
do.
Mike Tendo. I know the story. I want to hear it in full for the audience. Let's talk about your experience of getting your console from my Nintendo store.
Okay, right. So this is my Nintendo store in Spain. Now, when the pre-orders first went out for everywhere, all the big outlets for like Game, Amazon, Currys, the like, obviously pre-orders went like that. They just flew. So there was no chance of me being able to pre-order a console. And then Nintendo, or my Nintendo, sent out emails to basically their Nintendo Switch Online account holders or subscribers. So those who are, single membership or whatever, then it's not sent directly to them. But those who are on a family plan, it's only the account holder that they sent the email to. And obviously, as Pete knows, I am the account holder and he's on my family plan. So I managed to get an email. It's like, okay, well, that's brilliant because then I don't have to try and waste time trying to find a pre-order. I'll just go straight onto my Nintendo site when they let me, and then I can pre-order. And I thought, oh, that's it. That was a good one. I secured my copy. Because another problem, with pre-ordering anywhere else is cancellation. Oh no, we've taken on too many pre-orders. We're going to have to cancel. And that actually happened, didn't it? It happened, what, about a week or two before?
With
we
Game,
actually-
yeah, we discussed it on last week's show that they were doing cancelled pre-orders and then got people to repurchase their pre-order.
So messed up.
So I was thinking, okay, I'm safe. I'm good. I'm going to get me console. It's going to get sent straight to me from Nintendo. Now, unfortunately for me, on launch day, the console was sent by a delivery company that's notoriously probably one of the worst in the nation.
Name and shame them.
So much so, yes, it is a company called Tipsa, Tipsa, and their tracking is absolutely abysmal. Their customer service is non-existent. And, well, let me just walk you through it. So I got a message on their tracking to say, it's out. It's, it's been delivered. So, looked on the tracking number. Oh, it's, it's on its way. And then there's just nothing for the rest of the day. And I was home all day, all afternoon, all evening. And then at like 9:02 in the evening, I got a message to say nobody was in. I was absent. And I'm like, sorry? Now, I tried ringing the company.
Yeah.
I tried ringing one of their offices where it was come from in Jerez de la Frontera, which is near Cadiz. So, southwest region. And it's like, oh no, we don't deal with that part. You have to phone this other office. It's like, right, okay. So I phone the other office, and I phone, and it goes straight to voicemail, and it says, please leave a message after the beep. Oh, by the way, you can't leave messages. Cuts out. Yeah. So then I phoned the main number for the company, and it's like, okay, put in your postcode, and of course it redirects me to the regional office again, doesn't it? And it's like, yeah, cuts out again, and it's like, we're crying out loud.
Ooh.
So then I wait the next day, Friday. So Thursday, everybody else is, happy. It's like, yeah, I've got my Nintendo Switch 2 today, and I'll get to play it. And I'm like, Billy, no, mate, sitting there on my own, looking through the window, like. I got stressed. My partner got stressed as well. And she's like, why didn't you order with Amazon like everybody else or with Game? And it's like, well, this is the official Nintendo store. They're supposed to be on the ball with these kind of things. Apparently not. So then the next day, nothing. There's been no update from, like, it was absent the night before. And then tried ringing again, absolutely nothing. I then decided to say, bollocks, I'm going to be trying to be as polite as I can here, because obviously, on the day there was a lot worse than, just bollocks. And so I sent an email to my Nintendo. They didn't get back to me because obviously, it's typical. It's going to take about 24, 48 hours. This is also a Friday, so I'd less likely hear from them until like Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Then around about just after lunchtime, somebody in a white van, unmarked white van, so it's, not even a company label on the side of it, pulls up outside my house and, hands over the console. And I'm still waiting on some other bits as well that have come, notably Amiibo figures and that, which was another order. So that's still in the wind there somewhere, so I don't know when they're coming. And it's like, hands over the console, and then I opened the box in front of him because I wanted to make sure it was in the box. Because not only... Right, because obviously, looking into this now, reading into the company, what's happening, other people having problems with their pre-orders, because obviously, this is a nation thing. It's not just me; it's other people in Spain that are not receiving their orders, and obviously, just complete radio silence from the company. And then to the point where things were missing from the box, or the console wasn't even in it; it was just the box, and it's like, oh my god, is this going to happen to me? Fortunately, not everything was in the box, and that was fine. And my heart was up here, my mouth was full of ulcers, my face was all red, and it's like profusely sweating as well. And it's like, what's going on? And I'm like, for crying out loud, Michael, get yourself together. You are a grown ass adult, you know what I mean?
Oh, so
this
what
is not
though?
the end of the world. But why me?
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's the thing is,
Don't worry.
I would have been like, what's in the box? What's in the box?
He's like saying, can I get your details then to, confirm? And I say, hold on a second, I'm opening this box. I want to make sure what I ordered is in the box. Yeah.
Yes.
Pylor's just put, it's just a console.
It is just a console. It is just a console,
You
but
were
it's
there.
It's the 500 euros you
It's
spent on said
expensive.
console.
This is it, isn't it? It's
It's
I mean, obviously, my
expense.
partner helped me get the money together because obviously I'm not
Right.
working at the moment. I will be, working hopefully this week coming now. Because I've been doing a course, it's been a 2-year course, and doing work experience and stuff like that. And it's just I can't do that and work at the same time.
Yeah.
So my partner's
Yeah,
been
of course.
supporting me full
Heck
time,
yeah.
and then on top of that, a 500 euro console that needs to be paid for. So I'm selling off games that I hardly ever play, and my partner's helped give me some money towards it as well.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, it hurt. It really did hurt. I mean,
I know it did.
this used to look a lot fuller.
You'll get them back though. I know you will.
Yeah.
It used to
Oh,
look fuller. It still looks pretty full to me.
Yeah, for the audio listeners, Mike's literally just pointed to a full shelf. So
Okay, look. Down there is got the
There's a
Wii U
tiny
game.
little
there's one game he's taken out and sold. That's all it is.
It's the 500 euros he needed.
Also, Baker says, at least you got a clean system. I received a dented box. I'm not going to.
Oh,
name
no.
reasons.
Oh, I've heard about these.
Oh.
Didn't they start stapling receipts through the box?
Oh,
That's
so
in
that
America.
was, GameStop.
GameStop,
There was
yeah.
only one store because what I heard happened was that their AC died and broke at the store like weeks ago or months ago, or whatever. So they were like, "Can you come fix it?" And they were like, "No." So when they tried to do the stickers tape or whatever, it just wasn't sticking because the AC's
Right.
broken. It was like
Yeah.
so humid heat. So then someone just had the genius idea of like, well, we need to put these receipts on here. Let's just use a staple gun.
Why do you need
And-
stickers? Sellotape.
Oh my gosh.
And like, well, apparently
Yeah.
the tape or whatever, it just wasn't sticking, whatever they had. So they thought they'd go with something more permanent.
Okay, anyway.
Stapler.
Yeah.
And yeah, did not go well for them.
No, it doesn't sound like it. So, yeah, that's Mike's palaver of a story.
I
So
will-
you could
I will
imagine
just-
the message that you got through in the Discord that was
I'll-
quite funny, but
I
also
will
quite
just,
sad at the same time.
I will just jump in there for a very brief minute because I don't know if you guys are aware of Iron Mouse at all, the Twitch streamer.
No.
So she's got quite a good friend that she streams with all the time who lives in Japan.
Sweet.
He went to go and get a Switch 2, couldn't get one, so he ended up ordering one online. Like the same as Mike, it was delayed, and he was waiting for it, and he was on the stream waiting for it. Like, it's still coming. Where is it? He went out when it got delivered. He like, oh sweet, it's finally arrived. Got the box in, got on his desk, started unveiling it, and Switch 1, not the Switch 2. And, live on stream. That's
No.
unfortunate scam. It was in a Switch 1. It was a Switch 1. It was a Switch 1 console that someone sold to him, and they put they said it was a Switch 2 on the whole thing. So it's worth a look. The video is very funny. So
Please, can you leave that in the chat?
I'll share it across. Yeah, but yeah,
Okay,
I
cool.
watched earlier. Yeah.
So whilst Gorney's doing that, I'm going to go over to Rowan. Like, how was your experience getting your console, and where did you pick it up from? Or did you get it delivered?
So mine did come delivered. So basically, I learnt that I guess it was the Nintendo store where they were like, if you had, membership with us for years and blah 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 and all this, then you could pre-order through them. And I stopped my Nintendo sort of yearly subscription like last year or something because I wasn't really using it. So I was like, well, kind of veered myself out of that one, eh? So then I thought, like, well, seeing as they've started pre-orders, I was like, soon enough, Amazon think someone else is going to start putting stuff out there. And yeah, so I started searching like the next couple of days, and I signed up to like loads of emails and that sort of thing so I could get notified. And it was really by chance. I was having a bit of a break, and I thought I'd check Game because they were having a warehouse clearance thing going on. I thought that might be interesting to look at, and then all of a sudden, Switch 2, and I was like, "What? What is this magical area that I've stumbled over?" And I was like, "Oh, this is not sold out. I could do this." But literally, it was, if I waited like half an hour, all the Switch 2s were already sold out. So I got in a magical window during the first buy batch of game and that sort of stuff, where I could buy a Switch. So obviously I then panicked like hell and bought everything I could, because I was like, I want to Switch 2, but then I want like this game and nothing else selling out and that sort of thing. And it was kind of a bit of a struggle because I got Donkey Kong Bonanza in the same order.
Yep.
Nice.
But then when I checked them, they said, well, we'll delay your Switch 2 then until July when Bonanza comes
When
out.
Bonanza comes out, yeah.
And I was like,
What
no.
the
I was
hell?
like, no. I was like,
No, cancel that out.
Cancel
That's
that.
fine.
yeah, I was like, please cancel that. And they're like, no, we'd have to cancel the whole order. And then I was like, look, this is a Switch 2
what the-
pre-order. I can't buy it again. So there was a lot of like malarkey with the sort port stuff, but they did cancel it. So I was like, that's good. And I kind of like towards this week, I was like just double checking to see if it was going to be shipped and sent out okay, because I was worried because it was still in the order. And I actually only got a refund for the Donkey Kong Bonanza game the other day because I only noticed. They were like, yeah, you'll get a refund, it'll be fine. And I just checked my bank statement like earlier this week, and I was like, no, you never gave me a refund for that.
It's almost like they had to process the whole order and then refund that amount.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it was quite a bit crazy, but luckily it did come through, and it was by DPD, and I love them. They're very nice. He knocked on my door, said hello, and I said, thank you very much. I will take this now from you. And then I was like,
It's nicer than most DPD drivers you get. They're like, there you go.
Oh, ours
Yeah.
is good. Ours is good over here.
They're the best of a bad bunch, to be honest, normally.
There you go.
Yeah.
Brian, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Every
not
are
the
pretty
worst.
bad.
Well, I was scared they were like fling it like, because my house here is called Walnut Cottage. Next door's called The Cottage, and a lot of time they get a bit of a mixed signal between the houses.
Oh, right, okay.
Or they go like, oh, seeing as there's a garden or a fence there, I'll just put it here.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
something. So I was very lucky, like, a nice set, because I don't normally go with DPD or anything at all. You see,
99% of my
If
in
you
real
like
life jobs like that.
or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else. But yeah, I was very much, thank you so much. And then I was like, and then I got a call out, and then I was really upset because I was like, I want to Switch 2. But then when I came back, I
It was another cat
Yeah.
stuck up a tree, wasn't it, Rowan?
we have had a cat stuck with the tree this year. I was
Is that really a thing? Oh my goodness.
yeah. Oh, it was such a
A
cat
little
stuck with a
insight
tree. We had-
for people at home. Rowan is a firefighter.
Ah,
Oh,
right, okay.
okay.
I
Many
have been for like 8.5 years now.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
I've had obviously all sorts. I've had like goats stuck in a fence, horses and dikes, all this sort of thing, and never had a cat stuck up in a tree. And a couple of months ago, we finally got it. We finally got there was a cat, like apparently
Was it-
3 days stuck up in this tree.
Was it literally the George Bush moment? So, ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah, it literally was.
Did you get the hose and just start like?
There was a quick way of getting the cat down, and we thought, well, she would be a bit upset if we just drenched the cat.
There is
But yeah,
an easy
so-
way to get cats out of trees. It's called
got the
shake
axe,
biscuits.
got the tree down, and just like.
Oh God, my Lord, Jesus Christ!
She'll jump down then. It's fine.
Oh, Pylon's comment is an absolute classic. I'll read it now. Dyke sounds like a name of a dubious.
Oh dear.
I know, this is Pylon for you.
I was gonna say the cat one is also rife.
Yeah, anyway, Gordy, we're going to move on.
Sorry,
What
yeah.
was your experience and where did you order?
I pre-ordered from Currys, mainly because I had a load of discount codes and things from them. I was unfortunately working on the day of launch, so I could only go and collect it after work was finished. I walked in, I went to the desk, I said I want my Switch, they gave me my Switch, I walked out. It was simple as, honestly. It was, I was expecting
That
there
was
to
about as
be...
simple as mine.
Yeah. I was expecting there to be a long queue of waiting for ages and stuff, and there was no one there. I was literally the only person in there. I was like, this is great. more like this, please.
To be fair, most people would have just were there at the moment the shop opened. So
Yeah.
like when you strolled in around about 5 or 6 p.m. in the afternoon,
Yeah.
you're getting ready to close.
Well,
I bet
I've
they were
got.
sitting there going, "Oh god damn, this person coming in just
Yeah.
before we close."
I mean, yeah,
To be.
Oh wait, it's filled. It's fine.
It's like 1 minute left, and he's like, "Hello."
Hello. I want my Switch now. Thank you.
I get you, you think,
To be fair, they just browsing, just have a look.
See any of these products in the front? Can you check the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, top shelf, please.
I can just imagine Gorney walking into Curry's and then just turn around and say, "Have you got any pirate memory games?"
Margaret. But yeah, it was simple. Yeah, they closed late. They close at 8, so I got away with it.
Oh, okay.
And I have to go from work past there to get home anyways. It was on the way kind of thing. So it works out perfect.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like no hassle at all.
No hassle. It was easy. It was
Drive
easy.
past. He was going to drive past, but there was this tractor pulling him in.
To be fair, I have
Didn't
had
actually pre-order it.
I have had previous bad experiences with the Nintendo store not delivering on time like Mike's had. So I've not pre-ordered with them for a while, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I don't pre-order with game anymore because I had loads of issues with Final Fantasy VII on the PS4 when that first came out because it was COVID and everyone was shut and stuff. So I had loads of problems with that. So I'm never pre-ordering with them again.
And yeah, I got my copy a week early from Shop 2.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was a little more annoyed because everyone else was playing it. I was like, I got to play it. So I ended up cancelling the order and getting it downloaded on the same day. So all sorts in there. But yeah, on the Switch 2, yeah, honestly, it's been fine. I had no problems whatsoever, which I was really shocked with.
Yep.
So yeah.
And like I said, I went to a
Way it
midnight
should
launch,
be.
literally walked in,
Yes.
fourth in line, that was it. Just walked in, grabbed my Switch that was already paid for and walked out. Also
Nice.
grabbed a copy of another game and that was all.
So
Purchased
my
on the day.
story of getting a Switch 2.
You were in bed.
Don't have one.
Oh,
Oh, it's almost
Still
like you
lost
turned
in
it
the
over to me.
mail.
Yes. Yeah, it's still lost in the mail.
it's lost to the
It's
bell.
I mean,
Here soon.
let's be honest. If you were to buy a Switch, it would stay in the box like the first Switch did.
I took it out to register,
Hooray!
but I will say this. I mean, we do joke a lot about that, but I have noticed that Nintendo is starting to get more bloody games and more grown-up games and stuff like that.
Yep,
'cause
they are.
I like
Cyberpunk and stuff like that at the moment. Yeah.
Well,
Cyberpunk's on
we
there.
might
Hitman.
get into that.
Yeah, but that's a good thing for people like me who like to shoot things in the face and that has blood. So, they might get a convert this year.
Yeah.
Might.
Bet.
Might do.
I mean, you can play
Okay.
Hitman World of Assassination on it.
I know.
Yes, you
and
can.
And
that's-
it's not a cloud version either.
Yeah,
No.
I
I
know.
know, it's shocking.
I'm very excited about that. See,
So-
they might get a
Cloud games
convert.
were a really bad thing.
Has there been anything on there that you've been interested in at all, Kylie, in terms of Switch 2 or in terms of games or anything so far? Or?
Well, like I enjoy Nintendo games like the party games or even like Mario Kart. Anything. I do enjoy those. And I do enjoy even though Pete doesn't like it, Mario Sunshine and Galaxy, and I adore,
Galaxy's awesome, but
They're both
Sunshine
great.
sucked.
Yeah. So I mean, I love like.
If I'd say if you like those games and you've got the Mario collection with Galaxy on it, try it out because Galaxy looks stunning in 4K. Honestly, it's amazing.
Well, yeah, it's got an uplift, hasn't it?
It would, but I think I can play it on Dolphin.
Oh, did I show y'all this? This is the extent of my Nintendo.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Oh,
Super Mario Advance, yeah.
Yeah,
Mario Party
so
7.
I grew up on Nintendo, and then
Xbox.
Halo came out.
Then shooting games turned up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I get to shoot things? Okay.
It's like, oh, you don't have to pick up a gun in real life to shoot things. Do
Yeah.
it digitally.
Yeah, I
Sweet.
can do that, yeah.
We'll get Kylie.
They're off my back now. It's great.
We'll get Kylie involved in Splatoon by the end of this generation. I'm sure Mike
There you
won't
go,
need to take
maybe.
Pete. Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. But with that said, Are we gonna talk games now, Pete?
No, we're not. We're going to talk
Okay.
about other things. So I want to go into first
All right,
general
then.
first impressions of what the console was like with box, set it up, and all that sort of thing. So, setup.
Exactly,
So
Tyler.
I don't know, obviously, what everyone else's experience is like. All you guys have Switches, I guess.
Yep.
So did you
I
find
have
the
a
general
Switch.
setup itself very easy?
Kind of pretty straightforward, yeah.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
contemplating whether to do the transfer or not. But
Hmm.
then I was like, oh, I've got my OLED here. I'll just transfer it, and it seemed to
Yeah,
make it quite quick.
it was
that
I didn't
quite
actually
have any
made
issues.
it was quite easy step by step sort of guide on the console how to do it from one to the other.
Yeah.
That's good.
The only thing that confused me was the memory card swap bit, because I was
that
like,
was a bit strange, wasn't it?
yeah, because to cut a long story short, the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 have different memory cards. They said that the Switch 2 had to have a express card to work with the Switch 2 games,
Yep.
but I didn't realise you could transfer over that one into that console and to transfer all the games over via just put it into the console. They didn't say that was going to be a thing, so it's a little bit like,
No, I didn't.
yeah, I don't know the best way to describe that, guys. I don't know if you got a better way to describe that. I don't know.
So during the setup process, you had your SD Express card in there. But if you had anything from the whilst doing the transfer, it tells you to take SD Express out to then put the SD card in from your Switch 1 to transfer everything over, and then put SD Express back into the Switch 2 afterwards.
That's it. Yeah,
It
exactly
was
that.
a little
That would
bit,
confuse me.
and the wording of it was particularly confusing.
Yeah, yeah. It was just the way it said. It didn't say Express on it. It said the normal card, but it didn't say where it was
Yeah, it
coming
just says
from,
new
kind of
card
thing.
and old card. I think.
Yeah, yeah. That was very confusing on that side. But other than that, it was fairly streamlined and fairly easy to transfer over, and it sort of did everything for you pretty quickly. To be honest, I think
Yeah.
it took about 12 minutes. I think altogether for me to get it all done.
It sort of reminded me of how you set up like new Android, like how you can just do a quick straight transfer like over a wireless network,
Yeah, yeah.
which actually felt particularly formative and very weird for Nintendo, which I was confused about because
The-
Nintendo have never been the
Yeah.
easiest one to deal with.
I
I think
mean,
it's because their platform is like Androidish based, isn't it? So,
Oh, that would make
Yeah,
sense.
it would explain it. Yeah.
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah, yeah. I mean, the Wii to Wii U transfer was pretty simple as well, to be honest. In terms of that side, that's the only one I can really compare it with.
I
In
don't
terms
remember
of
what it was like, to be honest. Like, so I couldn't describe
it
it.
had,
the little Pikmins going along, did we just
yeah.
didn't it?
They were They were
Oh,
physically
right.
moving your data across.
Cool.
I love
There was a
that.
similar one
Cool.
with the 3DS to 3DS XL as well, where it was doing the same sort of thing with a robot moving your items over. It's kind of cute little thing
Oh, okay.
to show it, but
Yeah.
So they've essentially
Not
had a system transfer
Yeah,
in
yeah.
place over various different consoles.
yeah, they've done it on various consoles in the past, but it's
Okay.
this is a more significant switch over as such, I think. Excuse the pun, but but yeah, I mean, it was pretty well done, pretty easy, didn't take long, but yeah, overall pretty good. The only thing was the games had to sort of re-download a little bit afterwards.
That was a little bit strange. You couldn't pick and choose what ones you wanted to re-download. It just
Yeah, did all of
whatever
them.
was already there. It just did them all.
I think
So
if you
I
It
archived on
made
the Switch, yeah, sorry, go.
I was just gonna say it made a lot of my digitals then the virtual cards. Which
Yeah, it did with a few of mine too.
it transferred
Yeah.
over to that. But then also when I was like, oh, I want to download this game then.
Yeah,
It then came up with this error saying that this isn't my main Switch, and then I had to do something else,
Yeah.
which was worded weirdly because I was like, well, I don't want to do that.
Mike
then
is the best
it
one
said,
to
"Oh,
talk to
okay,
about this. He'll know more.
It then kind of just worked and stuff. But it was worded really weirdly because the yes was like, yes, or,
Yes.
Sure.
Are you sure? Yes.
no,
Well, you're-
oh, God.
I
Yeah.
would imagine
That
you'd
was my
have to
issue.
pair your Switch, your first Switch, to your Switch 2. and then you should be able to just transfer the games straight over. But it is a bit weird that, I mean, normally with the Switch 1 and then you got the Switch OLED, basically you, or any other Switch, didn't have to be an OLED, it could be the Switch Lite or whatever. You say, yeah, I want to use this Switch, but I want to use my first Switch as my primary Switch as well. So I want to use them both at the same time. Well, you didn't really get the option this time with the Switch 2. It's like, do you want to transfer your data over? Yes or no. It's like, well, technically, do you want to use this Switch or not?
Yeah.
It's like, okay then. So you say yes, and then it just moves basically everything over, and any profiles that you have on your account, it will move them over to your new Switch. Now, if you've got profiles on there for people that don't have Nintendo accounts, so basically, I mean, your own account is going to be connected to my Nintendo account. But if you have friends that come around to play like Mario Party, and then you have their profile on your Switch, but it's just like a placeholder profile, just so they can have their name on when playing the game.
Yeah.
Well, that will get moved over to your new Switch, but it'll be taken off of the old Switch.
Oh,
So that's something.
Yeah, I did find a problem with this.
Yeah.
I did find a problem with this straight away. Video apps. I know YouTube isn't working on the Switch at the moment. We'll probably go into that in a little bit anyway. But you can only have one video app on a console at once. So if you have it on your Switch 2, you can't have it on your Switch 1 unless you transfer it over like a game card kind of thing back to your Switch 1 to play it on there.
Yeah.
Which is really stupid. So
Yeah, bit weird.
but it's the same sort of thing for the games as well in some cases. Like you can only play one game on one console at a time as such kind of thing, unless you are sharing it as a game share to your other consoles and playing it all together kind of thing at the same time. It is a bit... It's annoying, but at the same time, it's probably the way of getting around to being able to share your digital library, which you wouldn't have been able to do on other consoles in the past anyway. So I'm kind of like, I'm 50-50 with whether it's a good idea or a bad idea at the moment, because I like the fact I've got the digital library I can share with other friends and things, but it's also very finicky how they've done it. So it's like, it's good but bad.
It's probably what I said when I was looking at, you remember the live stream they did on Nintendo Direct when they announced the game card system or the e-card system or whatever it was. I said, finally Nintendo are doing a really good idea, but they'll do it in the most Nintendo way possible.
100%.
This is exactly what they've done.
You called it.
Yeah.
They have a good idea, but they don't ever simple, which
No.
is just very strange for them, especially when it comes to their online system. But what we can move on to is the console itself. So when you got it in the hands for the first time, or go on Rowan first on this one, how did it feel to you?
you know what? It felt nice. Like, like a good, like the meme. Nice.
Nice.
It was like a nice,
It literally is like,
Nice.
nice.
And I
Go
love
slow, go
the new Joy-Cons clicking in and out. It's such a
So
It is satisfying. It is very satisfying.
satisfying click and sit there. And I was like, I was a bit worried, like, is it
chef's
going to be
kiss.
strong enough and that sort of thing. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was kiss.
Honestly, like I was pleasantly surprised when I clicked it into place for the first time. Wow, that magnet is strong as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I have to say, like, the Joy-Cons are a little bit bigger, but it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Like, I've
For-
got-
That's
yeah,
what she said.
definitely.
like, oh,
It's about how you use them.
Is it?
yeah,
For me,
I've been using them very well.
wow,
Surprise. No surprises there.
high vibrate mode. Eee.
Hey, we've all seen that video.
Haptic feedback is something else.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Hi. Yeah, but I can see where the quality improvements have been made. So obviously,
Yes.
Switch 1 is a generational one. Yes, this is pretty much the same as a Switch, but I can see where refinements have been made, where they've packed a bit more punch. You know, like even small things. For one weird reason, when I put a game in for the first time, it's got like this little enclosure shell thing around where the game cart is for some form of
Oh, really?
protection, I guess, or something like that. Rather than just a little, you know, cubbyhole thing. And I was like,
Interesting.
they're, you know, everyone's like, oh, they've not thought about it, but I think in a
Oh.
weird way they've really thought about it to pack
Yeah.
in the horsepower and everything that they need to in such a.
I've just realised
little device.
I've not put a physical game in yet, so
I'll get to that. Also, I just realised, not just realised, I realised it when I unboxed the box. The Joy-Con straps are very strange, aren't they? And actually putting them
They
is a
are.
little bit weird.
it's for the mouse control
have got
system
used
side.
mouse
It is,
though.
of course. I get it, but I just didn't really understand. I was just like, well, I'm not sure I'm going to use these
I
ever.
will say that I know. I'm like, mouse mode for me is going to be just a never ever thing. I don't.
Have you
Oh, for
tried
me,
it?
It'll be Metro. No, trust me. For me,
I
it'll be
haven't
Metro Prime,
tried
but
it.
I haven't tried it yet.
I would say try it first because go on the home screen and just move it on like a mouse around. It is very smooth. It does work very well.
I'm not saying it's
Try
very
it.
smooth.
You
but
might
the thing
like
that
it.
I have.
Strap those babies on.
The problem I had with it was that
Go on,
I have it in the living room,
Oh,
and I was
okay.
like, I just don't want to be hunching over my coffee table.
Yeah,
yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
It does work. It works on any surface. You can put it on your.
Probably shouldn't be saying punching over the table when he's when Johnny's trying to say, "Try it, you might like it."
I'm bending
Well,
over
It does
already,
work on any
and-
surface. So if you want to put it on your shoulder or something like that, it works as well, like a mouse kind of thing.
Nice.
So yeah,
Right,
Any
there you go.
surface.
So
Anyway, sorry, Brent has,
sorry, lost everyone there.
yeah, sorry.
yeah.
Brent has just asked in the chat, is there an official Switch mouse pad? No, there is not.
Ooh.
But apparently there is.
There's gonna be one, surely.
Like, you can use other USB mouses, apparently.
You
I
know
don't
what
know.
you need to get? You know, like the Corsair, they had a
Yeah.
was it K93 wireless lap board.
Yep.
You need that.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
I'm wondering
that
if
would be
wireless mouses would work. Yeah.
I heard something that they might work, but it's not something I actually got round to test. One thing that I did get round to test, and I was really disappointed, was the case. The GameCube adapter for the Switch. I am really quite infuriated that does not work on the GameCube.
It doesn't work. Oh.
At all.
What?
No, the pad
What?
does not register in any way.
Oh, hopefully that comes in an update because that.
Oh, that should have been available day one.
Does it
Because I
work
know
on Smash
so many
Bros?
people- I haven't tested Smash Brothers yet.
Okay. Because that'd be
but I will
weird.
get
Yeah.
round to- Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've got the GameCube controller, like
Yeah.
the new wireless one. I bought that for obviously playing the GameCube. Like,
Do you think
app.
they stopped that because of the GameCube controller?
It's quite possible, but when they announced the GameCube controller, I thought to myself, they should definitely have it
Yeah.
available, shouldn't they?
Because it worked on the Switch fine, didn't
Smash
it? The
Bros.
normal Switch.
It did, yeah,
Yeah.
it did. Like, it recognises you can move through the menus. As soon as it loads the app up, you can't use it at all. It doesn't even
Ah.
recognise as like a controller,
That's
which
terrible.
is really very weird.
Hopefully, there's a future update for that to fix that. But
I hope so.
that's really poor on their side.
I
Yeah.
would be very disappointed if I was to find out that it doesn't. Obviously, I've got to work around the GameCube controller, but it's still not the point. I've
Yeah.
got several GameCube controllers and people want to play Smash.
Absolutely.
Only
yeah.
one person's going to be able to use a GameCube controller. It's a bit lame.
Yeah.
Or go back to your Switch One and play Smash. Which is pointless.
Well, I would. But that thing has now been.
told you already.
in fact,
I was
it's
gonna
been-
say, no, Pete.
No, it actually isn't. It's currently sat on a desk just back there, ready
Ah.
to
Getting
give
ready
a
to be
friend who
sold.
no, giving it away to a friend who didn't
Ah.
have the Switch before, so that it
Wow.
got something available
You
to,
angel.
for journeys.
Hate
What I do, you know.
thing, like,
That's cool.
And
Pilot
then they'll sell it on eBay.
there you go.
I'm sure that they won't, but if they did, then so be it. They can. That's up to them.
You know, Pilot says you could probably get one on Temu, which is a funny joke, but also, third
Probably.
party, does Nintendo allow third party?
I'm sure there are some out there you could probably go and buy if you're really that desperate for a Nintendo themed one. But yeah,
Well, not just mouse pads, but I mean like even controllers.
Well, I'm glad about
controllers. Yeah.
I'm glad you bring that up, Kylie,
It's a
because
segue.
I managed to pick up something that has come in very, very handy for my time at the moment.
Believe it. What is it?
So I bought myself what's known as a Brook adapter,
Oh, okay.
which basically turns any controller, so Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, to work on the Switch. That thing has come in incredibly handy because arcade stick playing Street Fighter 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Work.
Right.
Yep.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that with your GameCube adapter.
No, I haven't actually, but it might be worth having a look.
Yeah.
Never know.
That might fix it.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's only USB, so the USB works in the Switch itself. It doesn't really necessarily matter with the adapter, but yeah, it is handy because if you use Xbox or PlayStation controllers, there you go, and you don't want to go and spend extra money on a Switch 2 Pro controller, you've got an option. Unfortunately, the company doesn't make. The only way is on eBay, but they're not expensive at all. I paid £15 for it.
Because they bootleg.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad.
No, it's not a bootleg version. It's still the official version. It's just bought them up and before
Temu.
they went out of sale.
Yeah.
Maybe. eBay is the code word.
There you go.
Nice.
But yeah, so in terms of peripherals, I'm going to go to Mike. I know exactly what he bought, but I want him to tell and show you cards. What did you buy? With your package. That's what she said.
Okay, well,
Show your package, Mike.
Yeah, show your package, mate.
just
And
that,
do you
I
want to
got
give us
the,
a brief? Do you want to give us a brief description of how you've used it? So
Okay, so obviously this is the official Nintendo Switch 2 camera. Now,
Oh, cool.
obviously it comes with a USB-C and USB-C lead, so you just plug in one end into the camera.
Did it go into the top of the camera or to the back of it? Right.
Into the back of the...
Oh, okay, yeah. Cool.
Right.
Because I haven't actually
I'm thinking
seen one
now.
of those properly yet.
You haven't seen it in the wild yet.
No, I haven't.
Well, it has this little bit where you can actually turn the lens off. So if you twist,
Oh.
you have the lens. So I know a lot of people were saying about the piranha plant one, where you can close the mouth to shut the lens, but you can shut the lens on that as well.
That's good.
And when you do
Didn't know that. That's cool.
the Switch will recognise that there's no camera connected. And
That's
you-
pretty cool, actually. Because
Oh,
I know that was a major concern when they revealed, like, is it going to be always on, like the Kinect was for the Xbox?
Yeah.
No. So
I
you can
remember those
officially
days.
turn it off while it's connected.
That's good. Good idea.
Cool.
And that's basically it, because I didn't get I did get a camera case. I'm a numpty.
A camera
hard
case?
for the Switch, yeah. A hard case for the Switch 2. So, because obviously the Switch 2 is a little bit bigger than the Switch 1, so I need to get another carry case. That's what I want to say. Carry case.
A camera case.
It's been a long day. That's it. Camera case.
If I wasn't calling this Switch 2 impressions, I would have called
Yes,
this
Tyler.
the camera case.
The camera case. 2494.
Yeah. So, Rowan, any accessories that you might have bought with it?
Or are
I have
planning
bought
to
some
buy.
accessories. To be honest, I didn't know it was a show and tell, so.
Doesn't matter, mate.
It's always show and tell around here.
But no,
No
so
need to show,
I
but
did-
do tell.
I'd rather tell than show.
Ooh.
Oh.
Show, not a grower.
I did get a Pro controller. Which
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I do like the buttons on the back. Pro controller is very good.
How is it? I've not used it yet. So.
It's really nice. I love the feel of it and everything like that. And to be honest, the buttons on the back are like a GL and a GR for
Right.
like something. I haven't really used them too much.
Oh, on the inside, aren't they? So,
Yeah, on the inside.
The
for
Maple
your
buttons,
middle
yeah.
fingers.
Right there you go.
Yeah.
Pete's got it on the screen there. There you go. Nice.
So I really like this controller, and me and my lady have been playing.
Oh, milady.
With
A lady.
Thank you very much. Henceforth,
Fun fact: Rowan also does theatre.
Yes. he
yeah,
does.
sorry.
Pete,
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, bonsoir, sir. Good sir. Yeah.
Mike is just like dropping all the facts about Rowan facts.
I'm gonna drop a
What do you
Rowan
think?
fact. I actually
Standing
have.
outside my house, just sort of staring.
I actually have me and Rowan doing some. I don't know what. We were drinking. Some funny skit, Oprah skit on stage, that was sent to me. So I do have that for blackmail later.
Bloody, I might
I
have
want
a
to
video
see
for
this.
purposes.
But yes, go.
No, well, I also got a one of those charging grips.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
The Joy-Con 2s, because I thought it would be nice to charge them up. But the cool, fun thing that I found about that, they also had the back buttons for like the Switch Pro controller.
Oh, do
So,
they?
yeah, so technically it does make the controllers just like a Pro controller, really, in like all functionality, which I thought was really, really
Oh, that's cool.
So have you used the charging grip compared to the regular like Joy-Con grip?
Yes, I have. So it weighs a little bit more because it's got a battery in it.
Mm-hmm.
And the charging grip is kind of like they had like a sort of more translucent, sort of like
Yeah,
plastic,
yeah.
sort of rubbery feel.
So that's the
Whereas-
regular
yeah.
one.
So you know that
Oh.
where the little bumpers are at the front, and it's got like that rubbery
Right.
hard
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
On the charging grip one, it's like more of a translucent black.
Oh, okay.
I'll say. And then it's got the buttons on the back, and they all clip.
Is that an official product or is that a third party
It
one?
is, yeah. I did get it like the official one.
Nice.
Sort of from there, which was yeah. Oh, look at you there, yeah. So yeah,
Come
so
prepared.
that
Show
was
and
quite
tell.
a nice surprise. I got the piranha plant camera, which was just so small and adorable. I could
Oh.
get it.
Aww.
It was a lot smaller. I thought I was like, so cute.
Have you used it yet on that at all?
I haven't used it.
No, only him and his lady
Bye.
have.
Yeah.
Lady.
It's for our piranha fans, and you know, we'll talk about it. Besides that, the only other thing at the minute really was a camera charging carry case, whatever we want to call it nowadays.
Camera charger.
for
Fantastic.
Switch 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I thought was definitely needed altogether. I did get a second dock though, because they did become available on the Nintendo Store. So I do have
Good,
one of
good.
them as well, because I want one for like the office and one for home.
That's perfect. Yeah.
essentially.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
and,
that must have
you
set
know,
you back a pretty penny, though. I've seen the price of damn things.
I'm hoping that can be a business expense, surely.
taxable deduction. Yeah.
I mean, we're all making content here. Technically, it
That's why, yeah,
God.
obviously.
I'm putting it on Mike's budget.
Mine written off. Yeah, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it might be
Besides
cheaper for us. The euro kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Ooh, throwing shade.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, you disagree? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Why not? But no, the only other things I kind of want to get, besides like the game controller, is just like a charging dock for the Joy-Cons. Like,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
could just slot them in. I saw some like on AliExpress, some like nice flat ones, and I thought, you know, like you get like a controller wall and you just pin them up,
Oh yeah.
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 like double sticky tape, put that on the wall, and then you can just
That's a great idea. Yeah. Yeah.
That would be
Nice.
on the wall and that sort of thing. So
Cool.
that
I
is,
like you.
you know,
Hmm.
so basically I spent a bloody fortune, but it's fun.
That's all that matters.
My
Welcome
bag.
to Nintendo.
Yep, this is a Nintendo thing. So, Gorny, what about you?
Make you cry.
So I've not picked up any extra controllers or anything, mainly because I already have two Pro controllers, two wired style Pro controllers, and I'm keeping my Switch 1 as well. So I've technically got 8 controllers already. So
Holy crap.
So which is great when people come around for games nights and stuff. So we all got stuff together.
Or if you have an octopus over.
Yes,
Not to
he's my
I'm
neighbour.
eating it for dinner.
Octodad. So yeah, didn't pick up the controllers. I'm kind of on the fence with the Pro 2 controller, but I don't really need to yet upgrade, so I'm gonna probably wait in the future and probably pick that up. The only thing I did pick up was the official case itself, and it's got two of like the Joy-Con sort of style little pins on it to like zip up with, which is kind of cool. It didn't cost me anything because I got a freebie off of Amazon through some extra vouchers I had. So there we go, happy days. It fits in fine. I've got the old Switch case from my previous Switch. It doesn't fit in quite right, but you can sort of just about shove it in enough to sort of keep it in there safe.
That.
Yeah.
In the chat is asking that.
You sort of can fit it in a little bit if you sort of move it around. It may not work with smaller cases. You may have to
Give it a little wiggle.
Yeah. But it works. But it works. You can so I can put it in my case. I can take it around with my girlfriends or whatever, and it's fine. So yeah, she also said that as well.
Just said, hey, it just works.
It just works.
Just works. In Todd we trust.
That's the one. Thank you. I knew it was some bumbling idiot.
Todd Howard is a god.
What?
Todd Coward.
Are you a
anyway.
god?
You're God. No. Anyway, yeah, I've been flashing. Yeah, that's what she said.
Heat. We don't
Put
have
it away.
Nobody the left doesn't even need to say that half the time, you know. Kylie, a lady?
Yeah, and then there's location.
Well, it's getting a bit hot in here. Jesus Christ.
Lady.
Yeah, I have been showing off. Oh, for God's sakes, this ain't getting any better, is it?
No, it's not.
Poor Nana's going to get so many screenshots from this, you know.
So many clips. Yeah, I obviously, yeah, I bought the GameCube controller. I bought the Switch 2 Pro controller. That the GameCube controller was not something I initially intended to purchase, but with the fact I had a little bit of extra money at the end of the I went, why not? And because I wanted to play the GameCube games with native hardware, let's say, I picked it up. And I'm just going to give it a quick review because playing F-Zero. And
Nice.
Oh yes.
oh my god, it's probably the greatest controller I've ever played with.
Really?
It's superb. The build quality of it is amazing. Like, it feels exactly like a classic, GameCube controller. Like, for comparison's sakes, I could just go and get my other one. It feels heavier than that for obvious reasons.
Okay.
It's probably about the same weight as a Wavebird probably was.
Right, yeah.
Because of obviously the rechargeable battery in it. It has a couple of extra buttons on it as well. You got the chat button.
I was gonna say you got the chat
home
button,
and
yeah.
the share button as well. But you've also got a little ZL button there as well. Just so
okay.
so it makes it
You mean
universal for
Z.
no
Nice.
Z in English. So it's got the modern sensibility to it. It's obviously USB-C. So if you pick up a Switch Pro controller, it's the same charging port. Annoyingly enough, and I think it's quite, you don't get a charging cable within the box for the kind of money that you spend on it, which is so
That's
crap.
odd. That's odd.
So I opened the box up and I was like, hang on, there's no charging cable. I went, oh, but there is one for the Switch 2 Pro controller. That's fine, but not great.
If you didn't have that though, you haven't got a charge
no,
cable, you know.
Yeah, you would have to go and buy a separate charge. So I haven't seen, but I don't think so. The box it comes in is actually quite really good quality build to it. But yeah, it is an incredible controller. And actually, for testing out sakes, just for the sake of it, whilst me and Mike were on stream the other day, I hooked it up and played Mario Kart. Holy crap, it's a great Mario Kart controller.
Really?
It takes me back to actually playing Mario, obviously the Wii, where you could hook up the GameCube controllers to it
Yeah.
And it felt like going back to 2006 playing that game. It was ridiculous. And yeah, I think it might be my go-to controller for actually playing, which is kind of a bit weird considering that I was on a Switch 2 Pro controller,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that thing might not get used now.
That's cool
Well,
though.
give it to me then if you're not going to use it.
I mean, I can still use it to play Breath of the Wild and that. So
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Who wants to use? No offense, like Rowan, because you picked up the Joy-Con grip. I don't really want to use the Joy-Con grip myself.
No, I thought
It's
I would
okay.
do it just so I didn't think the Switch 2 was going to have a grip with it.
Yeah, which
so
makes
I bought
sense.
one thinking,
Yeah.
I'll have one, and then now I got two, and I'm
I think
like, oh.
because it's the previous one's got the ones that
Yes,
slide
my
on.
lord, exactly.
They got ones that slide on rather than attach. They had to do a
that's
second
true.
iteration, didn't they? Kind of thing with that.
Yeah, Pylord does make a good point within the comments. He says, use one of the gazillion USB
Very true.
electronic item you have. That is true.
Very
But
true.
if you're
I
paying
do have
nearly
a
60...
full of USB cables, but
Yeah,
to be
I
fair.
mean, yeah, I do have a ton of them, but if you spend nearly £60 on a controller, you expect a charging cable within it.
They've just saved themselves about
I'm pretty
£8
sure
quid.
the Nintendo 64 controller came with a cable.
I probably did. I wouldn't
Yeah.
know.
I hate that controller.
I still can't stand the N64.
I love the
don't like
64. I think that's one of
I
my
have it.
favourite.
Here, actually.
Like, I love the 64 as a console, but I just never liked the controller. I tried to reuse it again like last year, and I
Mike,
can't
just
do it.
twiddle your thumbs on the joystick like everyone else does. The millennials don't know how to use it. Like just get your little fingers on the control stick and just go.
Enjoy watching.
That's it, like that. There you go.
Enjoy watching videos.
That's not how to play with that controller.
You can hold it on that side and try and reach your thumbs into the
Yeah,
middle.
keep
one.
doing
Yeah.
that.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
This is my favorite
when I
part.
used to play this
Yeah.
with 11, I can
Keep doing
Yeah.
that.
Hi YouTube.
Oh my gosh. You do not know how many warnings I've had from YouTube.
Oh, don't. Anyway, so additionally as well, I will get into it. The Switch 2 Pro controller, actually, same as what you've got before. So if you've already got a Switch Pro controller, there's no point picking up the Switch 2 Pro controller. The only obvious change to it is the little C button at the bottom, and if you can see that, for those watching, there is an audio jack at the bottom as well, which might come in quite handy for a function when discussing a bit.
But wireless headphones work for the Switch, so I don't see the point.
Wireless, they do, yes, but if you
That's
don't
good.
have wireless headphones, then it's still an option. So, Kylie, what was you going to ask before?
I don't know where this question fits or this observation fits in the narrative, so I'm just gonna go for it. But I was watching Pete and Mike do the Mario Kart racing or whatever.
Yep.
Now, something that I found very, very, very interesting. Now, this was on Twitch. Was I could see Mike's camera.
Aha!
Yeah.
This gets into the one of the functions I was just the C button that I was putting on all of those. That is a function known as game chat.
I really enjoyed that function.
So for
Not
those
doing
who
the
weren't
same
watching,
game and chat, that's a completely different entity.
Yes, you
Yes,
need to go
it is.
watch that.
That's my second favourite podcast that I'm not on.
Watch that.
Excellent, Brent. But anyway, so if you were watching the stream that we did on Twitch.tv on Friday night, that's now on YouTube, me and Mike were actually using the game chat to talk via that. Obviously, on the stream, I was using on Mike's game and chat episode. You can actually hear the native from my side and his side.
Yeah.
So, I'll get into this with Mike. So, Mike, I want you to talk specifically about your experiences generally with the game chat function.
Okay, well, there has been a development after initially talking with you before about it. Now, when I was playing with you and I was recording with you, I didn't realise at the time, but I'd actually had my headset connected to my recorder anyway, so it was recording audio that way.
Ah,
Now, how
right,
did
okay.
I learn? Right, so even though your end, you can hear me, that'll be through the microphone on the Nintendo Switch. But for me, for the recording, it took it from my microphone itself.
Right.
How did I find this out? Because when I was recording with my brother, I did the same thing without my headset. When I went to listen to the recording, I could hear him, I could hear the game, I could not hear myself.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
Wow.
So you can
Okay.
hear anybody who is talking on the other side, but if you are recording your end, you will need to introduce the microphone.
Okay.
Okay, that's very
Okay.
good to know. That's very good to know.
That is interesting. But from your experience of when we played it, how did you find it?
I found it pretty flawless, to be fair. I found it a very, very easy, comfortable experience. We did play around with the settings as well. So, you can go to full screen. You can put on the speech to text as well.
Oh,
So,
God, that
as
became
you're
a disaster.
as you're talking, it would come up. Obviously, it's like AI generated or whatever.
Oh really?
It
Okay.
would come up on the side of the screen. Which obviously very, very funny. It doesn't have a filter, so literally everything you say.
For someone as hard for hearing, that's quite good. I do like that. Just to
Oh,
put that out there.
it's fantastic for that reason. But imagine that obviously before and I dropped F-bombs in there. It was.
Oh, you dropped another of F-bombs, and that was written in full. Yeah, that.
Wow.
It came
Nice.
through, no problems on the text. Sorry.
I'm sure that'll be changing.
I can see when that was trained on.
And
the thing is, though,
in another episode, and I was talking about the P switches in Mario Kart World,
God.
and it came up saying peace.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I was worried where it was going then. So.
Peace is in P-I-E-C-E, yeah, a piece of something. So that oh, okay. So the mother of F-bombs, that's no problem. That will pick it up straight away. But
Of course.
P switches, no, you don't get that.
Pylord says, I recorded my end, but no one wants to see it.
Oh.
We all do,
not even
Pylord.
Mrs. Pylord.
I don't want to see your end, Pylord. I don't want to see your end.
Not unless it's shortcast.
Give me a couple of drinks and I'll see anyone's pie.
Hey!
Amazing. So, yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised at how good game chat. I thought it was going to be terrible. But they optimized it really well.
I was going to say, as an outside observer, like literally in the chat, watching, Mike came through perfectly, Pete came through perfectly, and I'm still just kind of blown away that I could see Mike's camera, and that's really cool as like a streamer and thing. I really like that. I did.
You'd have to do a few audio channels to get it work as a streamer side, but yeah, that would work really well. I think it's what Mike's explained.
Surprisingly not, actually, from the streamer side of things. I literally capture card, like, program open, and everything came through there with no issues whatsoever. Didn't have to do any tinkering, no set natively on the system itself. And I was pleasantly surprised of how seamless it was to get it all set up for that side.
Okay,
because I was sat there thinking, oh my god, like, tinker around with audio setting, but no, it was flawless, absolutely flawless.
It did sound really good quality, to be fair, as well, from what I heard on there, so it was good. Yeah.
So, like I said, from Mike's episode, it was like, from my stream, obviously I'm using my external microphone for the stream itself, so my side was a little bit more defined, let's say.
Yeah.
But Mike's audio was coming through absolutely perfectly on both my side, and I went back and... It was when I went back and listened to the episode that I was like, I sound like I'm really far away from my... So for sakes of it, like, one of my screens is here, and my Switch is just behind it, so it's not that far away, but it's clearly far away enough that it wasn't as loud as I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
So
Was
it
your
might.
partner sleeping in the other room? So you was trying to be,
No,
courteous?
she wasn't at that time.
You got ASMR is what you're trying to say. So.
Oh my god.
I mean, if she was asleep at that time, she definitely would have been whilst we were streaming on a game. Probably would have got woken up by.
Oh
We'll
god.
discuss next week.
Yes.
Oh god. Anyway, so let's move on. We'll save the big one. I'm guessing that's what everyone got at that. So we'll talk about that one.
Okay.
What you mean?
She's such a lucky girl.
Well, 13 years says all you need to know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well done.
so-
Well done to you, good sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Anyway, so let's
Some
go on
people
to.
do murder, they get off the list.
Yes. Anyway, I'm gonna pass this over to Rowan because I want to know if there was any other games that you picked up other than Mario Kart.
Yes. I've got the Switch 2 versions of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And I have Cyberpunk.
Okay.
Ooh.
Shall we talk Cyberpunk first?
Yeah,
Because
let's do
Gorney,
it.
did you pick up Cyberpunk as
Didn't pick up. I'm still looking at it, but maybe picking up soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike? You didn't.
I didn't, but my brother did, so you've got the wrong brother here. For this one.
Doesn't
Ah.
matter.
Get Jack in quick.
Our overlord, Mike.
Let's not jack it quick.
Nah. We already have one Jack here. He's here
Yeah,
somewhere.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, somewhere over there.
Yeah. Anyway, so Mike. I'm sure Jack has probably told you enough about the game. Discuss something.
He
So
told me about the customization and why we can't monetize the video. Yes.
Oh god.
Something
Okay.
about being able to
Song size.
enhance- Yeah. Oh yes.
yes. Anyway, I'm going to pass this over to Rowan then. What's been your impressions of Cyberpunk, and did you actually play for getting the Switch 2, or is this your first experience of it?
Right, so no, I haven't played Cyberpunk before, because I've wanted to look at PC gaming or things like that, and I have it still wrapped up because I've been playing Mario Kart World.
Okay, moving on then.
Hey,
I'm sorry,
that's,
I
no.
will get around to it. I'm so excited to play it. Like my friends tell me it's a really good game, and it looks beautiful on the
It
Switch.
does. It does.
From like the trailers and everything like that. So I am
Sure.
so gonna have like a full-on like weekend smashing out and everything else. But I am currently flooded with Mario Kart World, figuring all bits and bobs out for various reasons, really.
And Mike, anything more that Jack said about it, or is it just the character customization?
He's only played a little while of it himself, not because he's been, playing Mario Kart World non-stop, but because his kids have been playing Mario Kart World non-stop.
Oh wow.
He's,
Of course
he's
they
hardly
have.
had a chance to play, yeah.
Aw, that's
Bless
Oh, is
him.
that why he was on the other day, but it wasn't actually him?
It was him, and then his partner were playing, and then there were the kids as well.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like, rather than getting a game chat and, on your Twitch stream, and there's like the whole clan there. But, I won't.
Yeah.
I won't answer, yeah.
Fair enough.
adorable.
Gorney,
Hello.
let's move to you. What other software did you pick up?
To be honest, I've only picked up Mario Kart as well. To be honest, I've been playing a bit of the GameCube games on the Switch though, and I know you mentioned F-Zero, so I don't know if you want to talk about those. I've been playing Soul Calibur 2, quite a lot of that game.
Let's talk about Soul Calibur 2 first, and then I can talk about F-Zero.
So Soul Calibur 2 would come out as 3 versions originally when it first came out. It was on a PlayStation 2 version, a GameCube version, and an Xbox version. I had the PS2 version originally.
So you
And
had
I-
the one with Heihachi as the
Heihachi from Tekken, yeah, he was in there.
Wow.
Really, really good game. I put a lot of hours into that game, mainly because it's got the traditional arcade style fighter, like you just play every single one. I'm distracted because there's a dog on the screen at the moment, if I'm honest, but
So cute.
But
Distraction.
so cute. I was doing so well.
We need to boost viewers.
There's a dog. There's a dog. Come watch us.
Okay, Cartoon Chat, go.
So, Soul Calibur 2, it was a really great game. There was had arcade mode, lots of other extras. They had like an adventure mode where you sort of unlock weapons as you go with each of the characters. There's a big shop thing on that. Very good. Great. It's exactly the same on the Switch version, but it's the GameCube version they've ported. The GameCube version had Link as a character, as an extra guest character included. He plays very well in that game. The first time I've experienced him is on this version. He's got like boomerang bombs and his bow and arrow as extra items that you can basically hold a button to basically use, but they're not that great if I'm honest. But it's a great game. It's well worth picking up and trying. The best thing about this though is the load time. The load time on this version of the game, seconds. It's like
non-existent.
Whereas on the PlayStation version I originally played, it was like you're waiting 2-3 minutes just for one battle, one match kind of thing. You know, whereas this, it's just seconds. You're there, and it's like, wow, this is so cool. But I think I'm going to finish the story mode really quickly because of that, though. It's the only problem. So.
Yeah, admittedly, I did play Soul Calibur 2 years ago. Game, and actually, because of its format on the mini discs that they had, the load times are always a little bit quicker than the other consoles.
Yeah.
But obviously, with the upgrade in the system and it being, I wouldn't say a cloud version because it's built native.
Yeah.
The load times are going to be a lot quicker. It is pleasantly surprising to see how quick it loads because it is disgracefully good. It's
honestly a big change to the original version, and I know I've only played the PS2 version, so I can't really compare with the GameCube or the Xbox version. But honestly, it's just a different game to me, and how quick it is and how smooth it is as well when you're actually in the game and actually fighting and moving. It's just how I sort of remember the actual aspect of the actual fighting in that game has been always been quite a good part of the whole thing in general. But compared to other games like Tekken and Street Fighter and stuff, it's probably a little bit lower down on that against those two, but it's still a very high standard fighting game, I think, personally.
Oh, it is for sure. Does it have a widescreen option on it, or was that one of the games?
I've not noticed on that one, if I'm honest. On that one,
you
but
might
I'll
have to go into
have a look in the settings and see. I'll do that maybe in between while someone else is chatting in a minute. But I think that feature is available for Wind Waker, I believe, as well on the Switch too.
It is,
which is a nice feature. But yeah, I've not played Wind Waker or F-Zero GX yet. I've never played F-Zero GX actually, so I'm interested to try that as a YouTube video. I think in the future to try it out.
Okay, well, I can tell you more about F-Zero GX because
that
is a game that I have played a hell of a lot of over the years.
Okay.
Me and a couple of friends at the time used to be one of our multiplayer games to go to. Like, I would go and play Smash Brothers, and it was like, okay, what do we? Let's play F-Zero GX, and it is probably the definitive F-Zero game out there.
Okay.
I said it on stream when I was playing it very, very briefly. It is quite ironic that the best F-Zero game was made by Sega.
That's just the way it is, isn't it?
Unfortunately so, yeah, but it is an incredible game, like just generally from the original version of it anyway. This is like ramped up to 11. Good it really is, because the load times are nearly non-existent. It looks superb on the system.
Yeah.
Runs at a buttery smooth, like 60 frames. There's not a drop in quality ever. And the game itself was already a beautiful looking game. Pops on the new system. It is comparable to basically playing it at like nearly 4K on a Dolphin emulator.
Nice.
It's stupidly good. It's really easy to control but very hard game anyway. But it is just unbelievably good how much they've optimized it for the Switch.
Yeah.
Pleasantly surprised because I keep going back to it. Just thinking, oh yeah, I would have just 10 minutes out of it. No, I've gone back and I've videos of mine. I've then played it on stream, and I will be playing a hell of a lot more of it. Back in the day, I never completed the story mode because it is notoriously one of the hardest story modes out there. But I will go back and play it because the save state feature is actually quite a good option to have to try and complete the story.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, it's stunning. I absolutely love that game. It's just brought out that love for that game just again. You know, playing it on the GameCube controller where it feels just
feels right. Yeah.
So it is a definite, like, if you've got a Switch 2 expansion pass, go and get the GameCube games because I haven't played the other two yet.
So
but they are like just F-Zero alone is amazing.
Yeah, they're included with the expansion pass. Just to put that in there. You also get the 64 games with the expansion pass, but on Switch 2, you also get the capability to rewind on the 64, which wasn't which wasn't on the Switch 1. So.
I'm going to be honest. I thought that was a bit of a slap in the face to the Switch 1 owners who had
expansion
pass. We're going to lock this behind the Switch 2 version of it. Bit wrong really, but
is there like a sort of like besides software, is there like a real defined reason why the rewind feature is only Switch 2?
Don't know because
they've already explained it, did they?
They've got it on the NES and the SNES versions of the same system on there, but they don't have it on the 64 version. I don't know if that's just a selling point to get people to buy the Switch 2 who like that like the 64 games on there, but like myself, I guess. But it's a bit strange because it's just an emulator, essentially, isn't it? Kind of thing. They could quite easily put it in place. Yeah.
If it had to be hardware-wise, why the Switch 2 or something like that, but yeah. Because
maybe to make it smoother. Yeah.
Oh, it does have widescreen on Soul Calibur 2.
Oh, I might have to turn that on then.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and do that right now.
You heard it
Let
here
me just
first,
join
folks.
you as well.
I could lose a lot of hours to that game as well.
I've sunk a bit in already, if I'm honest, on that game, and I'm probably. I've completed it with 6 or 7 characters on the arcade mode already, and I've started the weapon modes. So
oh god, yeah, I shouldn't have challenged, but handed to me.
I do like that game a lot. To be fair, I'm not very good at it, but I do enjoy. I'm not really that great at any fighting game, but that one's probably one of the ones I'm better at. So it's quite easy for a new player.
Sure, Mike. Any other software that you picked up?
Well, doesn't really count as picking up. I have played the Street Fighter 6 demo, at least.
That's fine.
Nice.
Well, that's going to segue into what I'll talk about as well then.
So I did quite enjoy what I played with it. I think you only have like the one-on-one matches available in the demo and a bit of a tutorial, but it gives you, the general basics to the game. And I even won a couple of matches against the CPU and then got my butt absolutely handed to me. Maybe I was beating the CPU too much, and it's like, no, we're just luring you in with full security, and then just like, pull
that's an arcade mode for you on Street Fighter.
Yeah. Hey, I'm doing quite well at this. Pull the rug out.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Hey, I'm doing okay until I get to Dulcim. Oh god.
Oh no.
Help me.
And then I've been playing Nobunaga's Ambition. That's the Koei Tecmo game.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like, it's a simulation strategy game. But I was using the mouse controls with it because obviously on the Switch 2, you can actually use mouse controls with it. And
nice.
I found it quite intuitive.
Amazing.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I like the mouse controls system altogether, but they need to integrate it into more games so we can actually try it in the game. It works great on the main screen menu, but it doesn't really work with games like Stardew Valley and stuff like that at the moment. That's the one.
Yeah, that pack. Remember, obviously, indie developer, they might have that.
It's going to take a while, yeah.
So, it will take a little bit of time. So, in terms of other software, what I've alluded to at Street, I'll talk about that in a minute because I did pick up Deltarune. Deltarune.
No spoilers, please.
No, I haven't played a single minute of it because. Jesus Christ, Street Fighter 6, a game that I have owned on 2 other consoles. that I
That's
picked
Pete's
up.
game.
I picked it up on a whim on the day of release. I was like, I'm not even going to get this. Game key card. Yeah, game key card. But, oh, Street Fighter 6. A physical copy of it. Physical copy of it. Yeah, caveat that. I've played far too much of this game. I don't even know what my clock is on it, to be honest. I've done several recordings of matches for Mike that have absolutely failed. I'm really annoyed. Channel. Stupid videos. I even then it was like, even when I wasn't just capturing footage for it, I was just playing ranked matches, and I shouldn't be playing ranked matches. I've played other ranked matches elsewhere, but I think I love Street Fighter 6 more than I love 5, and it's just nice to have a game. Feels nice to play again.
Yeah,
5 wasn't bad, but I always had these moments dipped in and out of it. It was like, okay, see, not very good. Season 2 was a bit rubbish. Season 3 was mostly rubbish until Cody came out. I was like, oh yeah, because Cody's awesome. And then Season 4 was, Season 5 actually was really cool. Like, it was a really good version. Yeah, Street Fighter 6 came out a couple of years ago and it took hold of me completely. And it is a game that I very much enjoy. Now, the Switch 2 version is essentially like playing every other version. Probably not as like good looking as the, especially with PS5 and PC. You have adjustable options for more frame rate, for higher display. Obviously, you can get a 4K monitor and play it docked on the Switch, but it doesn't ever reach 4K, which is a bit weird if I'm honest. My monitor is only 1440. It does hit that, but it's mostly using DLSS to do so.
Right.
So I think it's natively 720 with upscaling.
Okay.
So, but admittedly, it's not. It is running surprisingly well.
High frame rate still, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's still 60 frames per second. It's still not dropped many frames, unless of course some people do have because they're playing on Wi-Fi. Admittedly, I've been playing on Wi-Fi as well.
And Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 11 on the Nintendo Switch. So, that is a huge plus.
That is a huge plus.
It does look good on Switch, too.
Yes, it does. It's obviously using the native hardware. It's the sort of game that is perfect title for it. So I'm pleasantly surprised that for £50, I've got a full complete version with all first 2 season DLC characters, which on other versions of the game would have cost me a hell of a lot more than that. So in terms of like a good launch title, I would 100% recommend it. Games,
okay.
Like, especially if you're playing it on the go, like it's perfectly fine to play on the go, but if you're a purist like I am, an arcade stick comes in very handy to play it. There are arcade stick options for the Switch, and you can pick them up, but if you can't, then
that widescreen is beautiful as well. I'm just seeing that
It's
now.
stunning,
It looks so good. Honestly, it's amazing.
So that's my recommendation for Street Fighter 6. Is play it, pick it up if you're interested in it. Like, I wouldn't recommend it to people. Fighting game, infusing game. So,
like I said, the demo's out there. There's no reason not to try it. So if people
give it a try. It's obviously not new to this version. It's within the base game anyway. There is a modern control aspect to it, which is accessible for people, which is great. And it's not balked in any way. It's not like, oh, if you're going to play, you're going to destroy everyone. No, the modern controls are surprisingly very good for people who want to learn how to play the game. So, I was pleasantly surprised with the game. I didn't think it was going to be that great on the Colour me impressed.
Nice.
So, let's get into it. We've teased it long. We've all been playing it. Mario Kart World, the launch game that everyone was going to pick up. How many of us picked up the bundle? Probably all of us.
Save £35.
Yeah, bundle.
Here's the first question.
Bundle.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I've already claimed the code, so
Yeah,
you know.
there you go. You can try and get it. No, it's not.
Oh, there's a physical. There's a physical.
Hey.
Whey!
Oh, someone actually bought the physical version.
I
Let's
did, yeah.
get physical.
It's not a pin key card, is it?
Nintendo's ones aren't.
Wow.
All Nintendo's ones will not be keycards. Just to let you know, that's been official.
Well, that's good. That's good to know. At least Donkey Kong Bonanza, when it comes next month, won't be.
Yeah.
And
Good.
Kirby with the
Yeah.
August.
Excellent. So, let's obviously get into it. What's everyone's first impressions, or the impressions they've had, and how much time that they actually spent on Mario Kart? So let's start. Gordy.
Hello. I like it. I like it a lot. I think I still think I prefer Mario Kart 8, if I'm honest, in terms of overall.
Right, kick this man. No, I'm joking.
Report.
Yeah, I report this Discord. Spammer.
How dare you? Send
You
them
got-
away.
You got to remember, I've played a lot of Mario Kart 8 from the Wii U to the Switch, and I've done tournaments and things across it over the years and things. So my experience of that game is much more intense than this version of Mario Kart so far. So it's only early days. I may change your opinion on that. But what I've experienced it so far, it's fun, it's enjoyable. The online mode is completely frantic with so many players on the screen at once, but it's very smooth. It does work very well. There's not been much in terms of frame drops and things like that. It's been very well put together. It's a nice, beautiful looking game. Just there's something I'm just missing something, and I don't know what it is in the game. I don't know that the art style is great, the graphics is great. It's all good, but there's just
Performs really well.
yeah. I don't know what it is. There's something that I'm just not quite connecting with at the moment.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Go
You
on.
feel deceived because Goomba did not get a pirate hat.
Oh, that might be it.
That's it.
Yeah.
There you go. We found the problem.
That's it.
So, in the game, you can unlock different costumes for every character, apart from a few of the other Mario characters. Unfortunately, Goomba is one of them who doesn't have a
Penguin is
single
one.
costume. Penguin doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Um,
So they're into two casts. You have main characters, and then you have like the monster or
Yeah.
creatures cast, shall we say?
yeah.
So for like a penguin Goomba, they're in the creature class.
What?
They have
Yeah, but the annoying thing for me is the Koopa Trooper has about 8 costumes, but Goomba has none whatsoever.
That's disappointing.
I'm just like,
And then Lakitu's got like 2 or 3 as well. And King Boo's got
Yeah,
like 3 bolts.
well, Mario and Luigi.
so many.
Yeah, Luigi's got like 20, something stupid like that, and Mario obviously has loads and Peach, but the main characters you expect to be honest. But then there's like Baby Bowser has 2, King Boo has 3, and it's like little why do they not have the same amount kind of thing straight away?
And to be-
Firstly,
like-
It's-
And to be fair, Mario and Peach's costumes are basically all rips from Mario Odyssey.
yes. Like I think there's the Sunshine shirt is in one of Mario's ones, I believe. And, sorry, the spoilers, everyone, but
Anyway. Ah, well, who cares? It's fine.
yeah, but yeah, it just seems a bit strange. I don't know if they're going to add these in the future. They're probably going to be paid DLC, no Nintendo, I expect. But
Oh, it will be.
it's just a bit strange to me on that side, and I don't get. You don't actually get anything other than a costume whenever you use the food to unlock it. You get a little bit of a boost, but that's like a turbo. But
Yeah.
okay, it's just
basically just like having a mushroom.
yeah, basically, and then you get a costume for it.
Fast food, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fast food.
Yeah, fast food. Yeah, good.
Someone kick this man.
Out,
Oh, I'm
out.
getting hit now.
Get out.
I like it. It's a good 7-8 out of 10 game, and that's probably what I'm going to give it at the moment. And I've enjoyed it. I've seen the credits. It's I think the Rainbow Road's very very well put together. Yeah. It's going to be in the game. It's in every Mario Kart game.
No, I know it's obviously in the game, but I don't know about the actual course itself.
Okay, I'm not going to spoil it any further, but you're going to enjoy it.
Cool.
It's very
Okay,
good.
Cool. Rowan.
Yes. Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad, thinking, not too bad. I've been playing this game a lot, trying to get as much information as I can, because I am in the process of trying to make the manual and booklet for it,
Okay.
Of
which
course.
is mad in itself. And yeah, I totally get what you mean with like outfits and costumes and stuff, because it would be nice if more characters had a bigger variety than
A pirate hat
the
for
regular
Goomba,
stuff.
please, Nintendo. I'm going to keep saying it.
Yeah, yeah. Like, and also, like, it's a shame like that. The creatures don't have sort of like, like alternative costumes as well, type stuff.
Hmm.
The carts wise, I haven't unlocked them all, but I can understand. Oh my god!
Wow.
Sorry,
Nice.
fair enough.
Mike is showing
That
off
is
a Mario Kart
absolutely high
8
quality.
Deluxe
Yeah, that's
Guide,
my
Driver's
Mario
Guide.
Kart 8 Deluxe one.
It's so cute.
I did,
By our
I
very
did
own
like
Rowan.
courses.
That's
Yeah,
quite
I just
beautiful.
remember
I
when
did
that
like a lot of
when that
bits,
Mario
and then
Kart World
in
one
chat
is done,
as well.
I'd love to get one of you.
Yeah, feel free, honestly.
Sweet.
Like,
Got to get him on the show,
it's
Pete.
We will. Once it's ready, we'll get him on.
Yeah.
We can promote the hell out of it.
yeah. But I've been playing a lot of Grand Prix, and I'm on the knockout. I find the knockout really hard, but I like the challenge of it, which is nice.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I have been doing a bit of free roam because I've learned how to unlock mirror mode. So
Oh no!
yeah,
Should we
I saw that
explain?
come up.
Everyone
In,
likes Mirror
I
Mode.
saw that come up in an IGN thing, wasn't it? That's
Hmm.
yeah.
pointed
So
out how
it's
to
a
do it.
combination of basically everything, and then you get to unlock mirror mode.
Should we
I
explain
don't
the
know if I
knockout
should
mode,
tell you.
just in case anyone doesn't know?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. So knockout mode, basically they're set in rallies, and you go from one point on the map, and you basically travel through different tracks to another point on the end of the map, and it's kind of just one big long race. That at certain like checkpoints, basically a number of characters will then be eliminated if you're
Yeah.
not in sort of like this position
It,
basically within the line.
it is essentially like
And
if anyone's like a Formula One watcher, it's the qualifying system
Yeah.
for Grand Prix.
Pretty much similar way to
yes,
that, yeah.
okay. God, yeah, that would have been way simpler. But yeah, it is literally that, and it's tough. I find it gets so tough because at the beginning you can get quite far in front,
Yeah.
and then towards the end, the moment you get like blue shelled and sort of red shelled, and then everything else, you're like, that's it, I'm screwed. I've just lost.
Yeah. I don't know if everyone's having the same experience, but that only happens to me when I'm just about to go near the finishing line. That's when I get hit by everything. The rest of the race, I'm first place all the way, and then get to then 10 meters away from the finishing line. That's where they're going to hit me with every shell going and everything. Like, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to
Quite
replay
normal
that
for
again.
Mario Kart anyway.
Yeah, but this one it seems a bit more intense though on this
Well,
version
with
of it.
24 players, you would
Yeah,
imagine it
yeah,
was
maybe that's
always
one
gonna
reason.
get a bit more
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah, but it seems a bit strange still. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm finding it tough, but I am going through it. And free roam I find quite fun, but it's kind of weird on my own.
hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I kind of want free roam. I do feel like it's for you and your friends to
Yeah.
because there is a lot out there.
Oh,
Like you go, oh, I noticed this. This is really cool. This is great. That you don't get in any rally or that sort of stuff. So me and the lady, we enjoy a bit of. Well, I'm trying to figure out how to do free roam in a couch co-op thing. Can you do it in a couch co-op thing?
There is a way to do it. I'm just not sure
Because
how.
I know you can do it online. I tried doing it the other day.
Yeah,
It was
well, me and
totally
Mike did it
co-op, and
online
was
to
just-
start a room.
it just would only do single player. So
Is
I
the
thought that
free
was-
roam like the lobby now kind of thing? Is that as well on online
Basically,
mode?
yeah.
Yeah.
When you set up a private room, it is the lobby system.
Ah, yeah. But Versus was quite fun, I thought as well, because the way that menu works is you can either do like just one track or you can do the intersections and that sort of thing as well. So I thought that actually was quite nice. 'Cause
How
of the
how do
variety of
you
track.
how do you feel about the driving to the track being included as part of the race kind of thing in general in the game? Like,
As a Grand Prix, I thought maybe the Grand Prix should be more of the Grand Prix itself,
Yeah.
and then the rally would be the inter-track sections, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. It gives more variety, sure, but then again, on some of the intersections that you have, or inter-track sections, there's just a long straight bit,
Yeah.
or something like that, because obviously you are traveling somewhere,
Yeah.
and then you basically get one lap of the course
That's
before it
that's my
finishes.
problem with it, because I like the tracks. Having 3 laps gives you the sort of bit of time to
yeah.
sort of come and have a bit more of a battle with other people. But I think it's a little bit
Thought more of
flawed at the
Grand Prix
moment.
would have been just courses on the whole, like it would be in a traditional,
Mm.
and then the rallies would be the lap, or
The other
moving
mode.
forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike.
What do I know?
What do I know? I've only been playing it for like
No.
years. I'm a Mario Kart expert.
I would not say that at all. I'm the MLG without the M or the L. Barely a
I've
G.
taken plenty of L's, don't worry. That's all in the good fun of Mario Kart, especially when playing online.
Just
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
just had a quick look, and it doesn't look like I find a way to do we're on a split screen. I just connected both controllers up to it. I can't find a way. It's very
No.
weird.
Oh.
Kylie's
I
gone.
think the only Kylie, come back.
I know why.
Come back.
Don't worry.
It's such a
It's fine.
wiener fest here without you. Come back.
Don't make it apparent. Come on. Don't point it out. Yeah, so, Mike, obviously, let's talk about your experiences with it.
Okay, well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've played a good amount of both the like racing, the Grand Prix, the Knockout Tour, and also free roam as well. I do like, the free roam mode is very, very enjoyable in relatively short bursts, I would say, because it can get a bit lonely, so to speak. I mean, obviously, you do see like other racers going around the tracks as well every now and again, and that changes things up a little bit. But I mean, obviously, the more fun you'll get out of it is when you're playing with somebody else, maybe in free roam mode. I do like that there are like some moments, like for example, if you go out to the sea and you just go straight out, you go straight out, you go straight out. There will come a point where Lakita will pick you up and then like bring you back into the map. So you can't just disappear off into the horizon. But there's like whales and manta rays that come out, and then sometimes you even see the whales breach. And so they go up into the air. Breaching is when they come out of the water and then splash back on top of it.
Oh, that's
So
pretty
there's
cool.
like moments like that in it as well, and it's like, oh, okay, that is pretty cool. Also, like having fun with the photo mode where you can go up to places and then take a picture. Doing the challenges are interesting. So like the P-switch missions and that, and the rewind feature can come in handy so much when doing those challenges. Because it's like you
I
try to line
forgot the
up to
rewind was a
collect
thing.
a medallion. Oh no, I missed the medallion. Oh, it's okay. I'll just rewind a little bit and then line myself up better.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of the rewind feature, apparently, if you're being hounded by a blue shell, if you hit the rewind feature just before it hits you, you'll come back far enough so it doesn't hit you and you can keep going.
That's really weird.
I love that. What a technique.
Yeah. So I found that on somebody's video. They were doing like myth busting, so seeing what things work and what things don't. Hello, there's a Goomba on the screen.
Hello, Goomba.
Love that.
Hello.
It says Sunday Driver on it as well. I don't know if you see that, but
Sunday Drive. Good to see that. Nice.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So I've played that. I've done the Knockout Tour. Now I've done all the races in Knockout Tour. Though there are a couple I've got bronze in, which, as you were speaking before, you do really, really well up until like the last furlong, basically. If you want to talk like horse racing terms, like that last lap, that last few yards, and then like everybody, the stretch. That's the one. I'll just keep dancing around it. The actual thing I want to say, the final stretch. And then you just get bombarded, blue shells, green tails, and then they go super fast. And you just cannot keep up with them. It's like, but I've already got, max points, I'm boosting, and I still can't keep up with them. And it's like, yeah, okay, this is great.
Have you ever had it as well where they're just in front and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I need an item to get them, which I don't have. I only have like a banana on me, and you're like, okay, I'll try losing this banana to get something, and then immediately someone's just, well, I've got a red
Yep.
shell now that's coming up to you.
Yeah.
You know, you're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
going to get a
Yes,
green shell
Mike
or
did
anything
that
to get there.
several times
That's
to
it.
me
Why?
the other day.
I was like, why do that?
Yes, yes. Far too many times. Far too many times. It's like,
Yeah.
I need to hit them with something. And it's like, oh, it'll give you a green shell. And it's like, that's no good. He's too far away. I can't hit him.
Mm.
And then you fire the green shell off anyway,
Get good.
hoping it will hit him. And it hits you instead. It's like, what?
Oh,
No! And then like 3 other cars go past you. And then all of a sudden you're in 7th and you're knocked out. So, well,
yeah.
and
That's fair.
still haven't unlocked mirror mode though. That's my next big thing. I do want to
Yeah,
try
I've got to
it.
do that.
Do you know how to unlock mirror mode? Or...
Well, I know. Well, this depends on the sources that you listen to. So there's something like you have to beat all of the Grand Prix, you have to beat all, or at least play all the Grand Prix, all of the Knockout Tour. Then you have to do the Special Cup. Then you have to do like so many P-switch missions and medallions and whatnot. There's all these kind of parameters, and nobody's really certain 100% how to do it.
Rowan is
Yeah.
clearly.
Please,
Well,
please.
no, I mean it's a similar thing. So the most solidified info which I'm going through is at least you get a medal in Grand Prix and Knockout. Doesn't have to be first or anything. And then yeah, using free roam mode, they did say 40 P switches and then 10 question marks and medallions. And then once you
Right.
complete the special cup, after all of that, there'll be a secret cutscene at the end that then shows you mirror
Okay.
mode, which in free roam would be going through the Princess Peach stained glass,
Stained glass.
window.
Oh,
Window.
nice.
If you wanted to access it through free roam, sort of thing.
Mm.
But
Okay.
I'm in the process of trying it to see how it is with like 40 of this and 40 of that, and seeing if it works or not. So hopefully we'll
Cool.
find out sort of soon.
Well, I did it with around about 10, 10, 10, so I need to do more P-switch missions and hopefully try again on Special Cup and see if that works.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's the only thing I say. If it doesn't, I have no idea. It's magic. It's
Just unlock
magic
everything. Hope for the best.
randomness.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's probably what
Well, I
I'll
have to
do.
say, like, for a mirror mode, it's a very random thing to have a requirement like that for.
Well,
But then
considering
does it
that it was to get mirror mode on 8 Deluxe, wasn't it that you had to get at least a cup in everything? Like in all CCs?
The one up to 150, I think. But yeah.
Yeah.
So you still had to do quite a lot to even unlock it in the first.
However, you can save time by just doing 150cc or 200cc,
Yeah, true.
as it will just unlock all the stars and the cups for the lower levels.
Which
the
I
lower
do
cups.
Yeah.
like. I love that.
Yes.
Good feature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fair. Yeah.
And you still
I'm
unlock
gonna be
all the
perfectly
carts.
honest here.
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I've probably played a hell of a lot less than you guys. I've not touched any of this game really, apart from a few online matches with Mike, a bit of and one GP. But my sentiments are probably exactly the same as Gorny. It's like I really like it, but probably not as much as 8 and 8.
Hmm.
I have a couple of gripes with it, let's say, and I probably made this aware to stream the other day. I really like the grinding system.
Yeah.
But I find it really annoying that obviously when you're on a particular tracks that have like rails, let's say like minecarts and carts going across it, that you automatically default to the track itself and grind it rather than having the option to avoid it.
Yeah.
So if you're halfway through a drift, you automatically snap onto it, and it is quite jarring.
Oh, okay. I haven't had that
Yes.
issue.
So if
Yeah,
you're
it's
trying
like-
to take ideal race lines, like through your drift system, and you're going to snap onto that, it is quite awkward. But I guess with the trick system off of each side, you can sort of get a few extra boosts here and there.
I have the opposite issue, I think, of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, like, I will start grinding, say, on a bridge, or something. It goes
Yeah.
up. I do a trick to then try and get on the line again to continue
Yep.
Yeah.
driving along the bridge. But my character will sway ever so slightly,
Hmm.
and then
Ooh,
he'll just kind of go off
that is a
and
bit strange.
Yeah,
and
I've
go
had the
through a
same
brick
sort of
wall or
thing.
whatever. So like he
Yeah,
doesn't
Yeah,
stick
sometimes it snaps on,
to
but
where
you
he
have
is
to
when
be
you're
like just right.
yeah.
yeah.
So I'm having the opposite issue that you're
Oh,
having, where
okay.
you're
I think,
trying not to snap on, but you do, and
yeah.
I'm trying to stay snapped on, but I don't.
Yeah, and I also find that as nice as a feature as it is, the boost jump that you've got is
It's
the requirement
changed.
to get it is so oddly specific,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like you have to stay completely off the control stick to even get it, and
Yes.
then you still have to hold it for a little bit, so you're going to get a bit of speed by doing so, only to gain the speed that you probably would have lost to have it.
Yes.
Yeah,
And you need
it
to
doesn't
get a bit of a
seem
run
to.
up as well. You can't just, I mean, if you like rolling start or whatever and then you boost, fine, fair enough. But if you're from a dead stop and then you try to accelerate and then go into like a jump, you can't do it until you've picked up speed.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is a similar system to the drift system anyway, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
when
still,
like a lot
yeah,
of like corners, you're going around corners and then there's like a ledge you want to jump up onto. You don't have that time to actually, jump.
no, you have to
yeah,
really either know the track or pre-plan it
Yeah.
yep,
well in advance to get a right time. Because there's lots of times where there's a corner, I was like, or something, and I'm like, I really want to jump on the rail, but the amount of time it takes for him to crouch, gain enough to then jump or something,
yep,
I've hit the wall or done something, and I'm completely out.
sure.
I'm hoping
I would
maybe
have,
they'll shorten the window a little bit so that when you
maybe,
go to do a jump, it doesn't take like a full second to in order to be able to do so.
sure. I think I would have also have liked for this to be on another button other than the drift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I thought the Pro Controller buttons would have done something.
I haven't actually programmed any of those myself, but obviously if it's
No, I
mapped to
haven't either.
drift as well, then you're
Still
still
do
going to
the
have
same
that
thing.
same issue.
I think I'm still
I know.
confused with the jumping system and stuff anyway, because because on originally you get to a ramp, you press jump once and it gives you a little bit of a boost, you carry on. Whereas this one,
Yeah.
you can actually just continually jump and do moves and things in the air, but it doesn't seem to give you anything for doing so. It's
It doesn't. It gives you a tiny little boost rather than just the one, isn't it?
yeah, yeah,
It's
Yeah.
like
So like
it's
if
such
you
a
missed it, you can still get a little something.
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because you saw it the other day when I was gliding through the air, Mike, when I was streaming it, and you kept seeing me going from side to side, and I wasn't really even getting any extra distance on you in terms of the boost itself. It's almost
I
like
think
it's
it
capped
actually
at
gets
the
a bit of a slowdown. I think you also get a bit of
yeah,
slowdown because obviously you're more time in the air, and rather than full frontal speed, you're drifting off to the right and drifting off to the left. It might actually slow you down.
it's
Let's
possible, yeah, but it
go
might be nice to be
forwards,
able
go
to avoid
forwards.
like
Yeah,
yeah,
just keep
I-
spinning forward. Yeah, yeah. It's like when
yeah,
playing Ocarina of Time and you have to roll through Hyrule Field.
Exactly
Isn't it?
that.
yeah,
Well, yeah.
I will say though, I do love that when you get hit by things and you're like going down the, motorway and all that sort of stuff,
Mm.
you don't actually like physically stop. You just like I get battered a little bit,
yeah.
a
You
little something
bounce,
comes
don't
off,
you?
Keep going.
he
Mm.
keeps going. Like you
Yeah.
really don't lose the momentum
And-
Yeah.
then have
Unless you get hit by the lightning bolt, which seems
Oh,
to
the
be
lightning's the only thing that
Yeah.
slows
Weather
you down,
rolling.
isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
complete stop.
yeah.
Like
I like
Yeah,
I like it when it all changes to like rain as well. I'm like that's a really
Yeah.
lovely.
Oh yeah.
it's nice.
yeah. I would say there's some really nice additions to the game, like stuff like that, new animation, the changing weather and stuff like that. But I'm agreeing with Gordon here. I think there is just something slightly missing from playing so much Mario Kart.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because of for me, it's like the music tracks that they're playing of other tracks in my head, kind of thing as well. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
are getting that, and it's like, why am I listening to this song from a different track that when I'm on the Mario track? It should be, yeah. That's sort of confusing me a little bit. Maybe I don't
Yeah,
know.
it
But
worked. It worked really well in Mario Kart 8 that they had tracks that were perfect for the tracks, whereas it feels like it's on a random system.
Yeah.
Like whatever tracks in the game can be played on whatever track. soundtrack. It is.
Like, don't get me wrong, there are some nice remixes in there and stuff. And
They're
there's
banging.
loads of stuff from old Mario games they've remixed into, like, from Mario World and Mario Bros. 3 and 64. They've put loads of
Oh yeah,
Yoshi's Story. Yeah.
I was literally sitting on the free roam mode the other day and just heard the 61 Battlefield come up.
Yeah.
Banging. So, right, I am actually, yeah, right. I am very much aware of the fact that we're pretty much at the end here. So, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go around the room, starting from left to right. Kylie, sorry, you're discounted from this for obvious reasons. Or you can give your impressions for what you've seen of it so far and what you've heard. We'll go that different route. Just
impressions of Nintendo Switch 2 or Mario Kart World. Like...
No, all of the above, like the whole thing of what you've experienced. So I'm going to start from left to right, and we'll go through. So Gorny, start with you. Just sum up what you think about the system and the games that you've played.
It was well worth the upgrade, is the first thing I can say. The Switch 1 games all have pretty much either a better frame rate or some sort of improvement some way, even if it's not an official, this has got an upgrade. There is just something on this console that made them play a lot better. Even some of the indie games on there just feel different as such, just from playing it on the Switch 2. Overall, really good. Really happy with the move. Still a couple little things I'm sort of hoping they sort in the next few weeks. The biggest one is YouTube doesn't even work on the Switch 2 at the moment, which is a bit of a strange one. But I'm looking forward to some of the other games that are coming out. I think the Donkey Kong one's definitely going to be one of the ones that's going to make this a system seller, I think, in the next few weeks. Though they have already sold 3 million consoles already, which is crazy. So
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow.
That bundle's done well, isn't it? So,
Yeah, 2.5 million of them are probably the bundle.
I expect so. You save yourself £35, it's worth doing, I think, to be honest. I've put that in a few videos and said that. So,
Don't do what I
unless you like physical games, it's fine. It's your own
I would have
preference.
got the physical version of the game, to be honest.
Yeah. What would you have paid that money for it, though? That's the question. Do you think it is a 70, 80 pound game? It's
Absolutely not.
There you go.
I haven't like, I'm hoping, because obviously you think maybe free DLC, that
Mhm.
sort of stuff, right? Like with Donkey Kong and that sort of thing, and they've kind of maybe teased Diddy Kong and that sort of thing. Like if they had like DLC worlds,
Yeah.
that sort of thing, where you then had Diddy Kong Racing,
Oh.
other things as an
Extra
thing,
islands.
I'd be like, then
yeah,
absolutely worth the money, but whether
Well, when they
Funny
revealed
enough,
the
Speaking about Diddy Kong, he's not in Mario Kart World, is he?
no, he's not.
no,
Not yet.
No, when they revealed Mario Kart World, that was what I said on the show. It's going to be DLC where they add
Yeah.
other Nintendo properties.
Gotta be. Because you've got
Yeah, you
Swoop,
could have a
you've got
whole
Snowman,
Hyrule
you've
then
got
as well.
Dolphin, you've got a Piranha Plant, you got all these like minions, Bowser's minions and characters and things that, you think, fine, fair enough. And it's like Diddy Kong, who's been quite a staple in many Mario Kart games, is like, he's not there.
But then, like,
Silly.
if you think about it, you could have like a whole Hyrule with all their tracks, all the Zelda characters again, and that sort of thing,
Other than
All the
If I
Zero,
was thinking of Mario Kart World, that would be where I would try and say
that's
that
where I came with
as a hope.
that's where I came with the fact that it's called Mario.
what do you guys think of the character redesigns as well?
Yeah.
Quite nice, a lot happier, a lot more emotional. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like I like that sort of aspect of it, and I can definitely see they're wanting to like a more family-friendly, maybe like a consistency of like an art style.
They come from the
Sure.
they're using the movie as the starting point, weren't they,
I
to
agree,
remake
yeah.
the characters, aren't they, as
That
such?
Donkey Kong design is still strange to me, though.
Baby Bowser or Bowser Jr., whatever you want to call him, he's got a different design and things like that. But there's a few little characters that got even the Boos have got like their eye shapes changed, and it makes them look completely different to the previous designs. So it's weird things like that.
Anyway.
But
yeah. Okay, Kylie, I'm going to go to you on this one. After everything that you've seen so far, would this be enough for you to put your money down and go purchase a Switch 2, considering there is an extensive third-party library of shooty bang bang?
Well, it's still a lot of money. But what I will say is that compared to Switch 1, Switch 2, Switch 1, which I did go out and buy and then never played, Switch 2, I could see myself waiting a bit, maybe even get it secondhand, but I could actually see myself playing Switch 2 as opposed to not playing Switch 1. Because, full confession here, I might have ROMs of games that I own. FBI. Games that I own. Yeah.
Open up!
Copies of games that I own. So
you have ripping software.
Sure. But,
she is a Doom fan. She likes to rip and tear.
Rip and tear until it is done.
Oh yeah.
So for me, it's always been. This is silly, I know, to adherents, to true Nintendo fans, but it has to surpass my ROM collection in order for me to play it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I think that the Switch 2 has potential to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to wait and watch. Game and watch. I'm going to wait and watch.
Hey.
Well done.
Because I can see myself purchasing this in the future. But I think right now, for me, it's just too high of a price
Sure.
to, like use versus price. But it will come down, or I'll get it secondhand like I usually do. And then, I could see it happening. I think they've done well with this iteration. I do.
Yeah.
Anyway. Mike, general impressions and from so far, usage so far. And yes, you've had a day less, probably a day or two less than.
I've had a day less, but it's what a day it has been. I've been doing a lot of catching up, very little sleep, trying to get the most out of it. And I do really, really like not just the games and the console itself, but its features and its functionality, especially game chats, which is going to be a huge game changer for me because. For example, for our listeners at home, everybody here on this panel right now have been on our game and chat show, and they know, that we've done it through Discord, and then I've had to use a bot to do the audio recording while I record gameplay at home.
Mike's cancelled. He's using AI.
Not anymore.
I know.
Now with game chat, right? This revolutionary new thing from Nintendo.
Mike's cancelled it. He's using Nintendo's AI speech to text.
I'm using Nintendo AI. It's official.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But now, on top of it, when doing, also the game and chat, it was quite restrictive on what kind of games we can play together. Because obviously it'd have to be games that we both own. Fortunately, with game chats, it can just be I can share the other person's screen while they're playing. So all they've got to do is turn up, join the conversation, I share their screen, and they can be telling me all about the game that they are playing.
That's actually a good thing. I didn't really think about that.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Yeah.
So there's that possibility.
Oh god, you don't even have to play the same game anymore.
No, the only problem now, the only thing is
Sharing
that the
it.
resolution does drop
Yeah.
when you're sharing somebody else's screen.
Yeah.
That
So
makes sense,
it
though,
does
it would,
depend on the game.
So you need two people recording at once. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so it could be a case that I could be playing a game, talking about it, and the other person could be playing their game, and then like I will bounce between the screens as well. So general conversation. Another potential idea I was thinking of was gaming chat show and tell. So I could have a number of people come on and then share the games that they've been
Oh,
talking
that's
about and playing that
That's
way.
pretty
cool.
cool. Yeah.
I like that a
Yeah. So
lot.
like when you say in the beginning, Kylie, say, so what games have you been playing this week? And well, in my case, it'll be, what games have you been playing? Show me.
Yes, I love it. That's amazing. I like
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
And you
Stepping
can even
things
like sort
up.
of like, oh, I learned this really cool thing. Let me show you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, here's one for you. You should just call it Game and Chat SD.
Yes.
Because you got SP, haven't you?
I have got SP, yes.
There you go. Branding.
Yes.
Damn.
But, I mean, it's all branding.
Or
I mean, I've got the
dual
Game and
screen?
Chat Lite, Game and Chat Advance.
Oh.
I do need a DS, yeah.
Dual screen?
Dual screen, that's
Oh,
good.
There you go.
Gordon's
There you
got
go.
a better idea than I have.
He's on the
I'm here all week, guys.
Right, Gordon's rebranding this
is a
entire channel for us.
brainstorming session.
Shit, let's go.
Right.
Oh.
Anyway, that's it to your impressions, clearly. Rowan.
Yeah, my impressions is I haven't used like the game chat functions, for instance, but I can see a lot of potential with it. So like sort of like it's got more hardware and everything. So Mario Kart World, I think it's got more potential. I would say at the minute, knowing what I know now, I wouldn't pay the price. I definitely would say get it secondhand if you can. It is a fun game, but the value is not 100% maybe there for me at the minute. But the console itself, I can say like it looks exciting to me. If Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom was as they are on the Switch 1, with how big and vast and amazing they are as games, how much more can you pack in a Switch 2 to make it look fantastic or act, or what can you do with it? So for the years down the line, it makes me sort of very like excited to see what will come to the system or what it can handle.
Yeah.
And that thing as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I like is it's making me want to replay these games again, like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I want to restart that now because I can experience it as a new experience entirely.
Yeah.
And there's even games which I didn't see like in the original list or whatever that now people are like, oh, this has now got an uplift and everything else as well. So like,
I got a video for that.
Really fun to see. Oh,
Yeah, shameless plug. Or is it shameless?
It's very shameless.
I'm gonna watch the video actually. Yeah.
Yeah, please send it over. I'd love to see it. Oh wait, I'm subscribed. I should see it.
You should see it.
Yeah.
I think
Like
as well
and
it can like and subscribe. It can relieve some of the frustrations we have though as well. For like, so when we might be playing Pokemon Legends, it was like 20
That's what she
FPS
said.
in some areas and all this sort of thing, which makes the game feel like a slug. You're now like, no, this is solid 60 all the way for these sort of things.
Yeah.
I think a nice addition. It shouldn't really be the case with the Switch One when you have a game that runs 20 FPS in a few areas, I would say. But
but knowing what Pokemon
that,
Company and Game Freak are like, they'll probably still bring out a 20 FPS version.
I can still play GoldenEye at 12 frames per second. It's fine.
Hey,
Yes. Classic way.
It wants me, it lets me give it like a second chance, because I did stop Pokemon Legends after a while when it was like still like
Yes.
a 2-hour tutorial and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, to mention on that, Pokemon's upgrades look fantastic and work really, really well. I do recommend going back to those ones on the Switch to give them a retry, because it really does change those games big time on there in terms of the performance, big time.
I mean,
Nice.
if it performs better, fantastic. But you can't fix the Sword and
A
Shield.
broken game.
suck ass.
Yeah.
Like, those games suck so bad.
I enjoyed it. But yeah, I can still see where you're coming from at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because this is getting long in the tooth, let's say. But my general, probably similar to all you guys. If I didn't have the money available, I would have not felt disappointed by not getting one. I think it's a good upgrade, but I don't think it's a great upgrade. I like some of the things that they have with it, like game chat, the extra power and hardware available to you, the the Pro controller is just a nice new addition. The GameCube controller is an absolute game changer, though. Some of the software available is very, very good, but I think I'm with a few other people. It's just nice to be able to go back and play some of the older games like for the Wild. Well, probably not Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't like the game too much. But to go back and restart Breath of the Wild, which I have done, by the way, and just play it completely like new in 4K with 60 frames per second is going to be something I really like. That game finally got its hooks into me, and the frame rate did nearly push me off a couple of times. So to go back and play that in a stable way will be very, very nice. But yeah, I think it's probably one of those that's best to do like Kylie's doing, sit and wait on it for the most part, if you haven't got the £430 to put down on a Mario Kart.
That's so much money.
Plus the additional things that you might have controllers. So I think in total, I spent nearly over £600, including. So that was the Pro controller, the GameCube controller, and Street Fighter 6.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of money. So if you haven't got that available, don't bother upgrading. But if you can get it at some point in the future, I would recommend just for the upgrade features.
Yeah, if you've got the Switch One already and you've got a big library of games for that already, I would probably recommend going to Switch 2 if you can afford to, just because those library games will be great. But if you're a new player coming into this system and you've only got Mario Kart to play or whatever, it's a little bit difficult to try and sell it to you, I think, to be honest, in a way.
It's also going to be very difficult to sell it to you if you have other platforms as well, PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X, or PC, because a lot of these games like Cyberpunk, Split Fiction, Street Fighter, all available on other consoles too, and probably are, let's be honest, maybe a little bit more optimal systems.
Games like Split Fiction are probably
a lot cheaper.
true. But games like Split Fiction will be a little bit easier for like couch co-op play on the Switch. I think it's probably the best sort of, always the best sort of console for couch co-op play, I think, personally. But that
would be the only example that I would say is probably better. Split Fiction, because obviously split Joy-Cons would be a great way to have it with the fact that it's a built-in native co-op game.
Yeah, definitely.
Which will be similar to some of the Lego games that were announced. Summer Games Fest coming to the
Switch. A lot of the Switch games have like the couch co-op play available, and even some of the Pokemon games, for example, have like couch co-op modes in them. I think for that sort of side, the Switch is perfect console, especially with families all playing together as well. You've got the two controllers straight away on the console, ready to play, even if they are the Joy-Cons. There are some factors which are good for family, but buying this console, I think, on that side. And the game sharing, if you've already got a Switch One, game sharing, so you've got two people who can play the same game together as well, in limitations, of course. But
I think the biggest thing for me on this, the day that I take this system out of the house elsewhere to someone else's house and go, oh, you've played the Switch, what do you think about this? If they turn around and I'd probably get one, then I think it's probably worth it in that respect. But playing a game like Mario Kart with probably where it changes it.
And there's a lot of people holding back because they've got the OLED version of the Switch.
Yeah.
And saying, I don't want to upgrade because I would play handheld, and I think the OLED's the best visually looking at. Play the Switch 2, it looks absolutely stunning.
My God, I've just started some of the games up, obviously, when we've been doing this, and they do look amazing. And I've been seeing them anyway.
The detail is incredible.
It is. Considering it's an LCD screen, I'm surprised how much got out the HD. It's a good system. I just don't think it's a great system yet, because I think the look is the thing that's hampered.
It's fortunate it's got thousands of games already on the library from the Switch One. It's done very well on that kind of thing. But
it needs more native first-party Switch 2 exclusives, let's say, to make it probably a great system. But they'll come, obviously, next month.
Be patient. I'm still predicting a Splatoon and then probably another Smash Bros in the next 2 years, I expect, on this console.
There'll be a new Mario Odyssey as well, surely. Or something.
Yeah.
I really
Nice.
don't think
But I
there's
think-
going to be a new Smash
I
Bros.
think
game.
Donkey Kong is the Odyssey, though. That's the thing with that one.
That's
but
the problem. Yeah, I
yeah.
think that is anyway. But anyway,
Oh,
that will
maybe.
come to that will be our speculations episode that we do next. Obviously,
Yes.
no direct reactions if there are some coming up. But for now, we've done nearly before one of us dies. So,
Not me.
and that might be Kylie through alcohol.
I was gonna say. I live
So-
with my-
It's okay. All right.
Cheers.
So I'm gonna go. I'll go around the room. So actually,
Is that a
no.
call to
That's
the lamb
hey,
cup? Connie, was that a call
Huh?
to the lamb cup?
It
This
might be.
one,
Oh,
Yeah,
it is!
WASD.
Yeah, I can't believe that I didn't know you were there last year.
Yeah, I
Annoyingly.
was there.
I know. Anyway, so
I was there. I was drunk.
we were there. So
I drank a lot.
I'm gonna put anyway.
I have that
Shush.
cup. Pete bought it.
Hey,
It's
shut up. Shut up.
fine.
I'm
Other
passing it-
consoles are available.
For Christ's sakes, Kylie, I'm passing it back over to you to finish off. That's what she said.
Oh, yes.
Wait.
Okay, that one got me.
All right, is it my turn now? Okay.
Yes, wrap the
I
show
would-
up.
Yes, I'd like to thank all of our guests for joining us today. It was great having everyone here. And this is the part where I ask everyone to tell us how to find them out in Never Neverland. Connie, we'll start with you. How can they find you out there?
So I'm under Gorney7789 on basically everything. I'm on YouTube mainly. I do lots of bits on there, and I've done 2 massive, huge Switch videos at the moment, which I've done very well for myself, if I'm honest, for my channel. I've got a Switch guide, so if anyone is basically anyone who's never picked up a Switch before, and the games coming for it, and what they might sort of explain in a few of the features and stuff in there as well, so you may not quite understand some of the technical jargon on it. So hoping that will help people understand it a bit more. I've also done a second video about all the game updates, so all the games that have a free update or a paid update. So you can go through, and any of those you find you may already own those games. You don't know there's a free update for it on the Switch too. For example, you've got Mario Odyssey, which has a free update to make it even better than it looks on the Switch. Photo
Yeah,
mode,
speaking of which,
photo
I
mode.
was- Sorry, I was playing Odyssey on a Switch 1 today. Playing it. Oh, it doesn't look as nice on the Switch.
No, no, doesn't look as good anymore, does it? Yeah,
No.
I can't play it on it anymore.
Admittedly, I was sitting there going, he's 6 years old, he's not going to care. Hasn't
Yeah,
got
yeah,
Switch
be
2.
fine. But yeah, it's all on the Gorney7789 on all the socials, and I usually hang around with these guys on their Discord every now and then as well. So yeah, come say hi. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's always fun having you. Mike, what about you, best friend of the show? How do they find you out there?
Well, it's not too hard to find me, seeing as I'm mentioned half a dozen times on the reviews.
Only half a dozen.
Only half a dozen times per episode.
Since
Per
the
episode.
beginning.
I even get a couple of mentions over on Gorney's YouTube channel. As
All the
well.
time.
Ooh,
Yeah.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Look, we have found that using Mike Tendo's name has actually boosted numbers. It's really weird.
Yeah,
Funny.
And
No,
yet
you-
it won't boost mine.
we're the Mike Tendo Network. Hello.
You know what was funny though? Like a couple of weeks ago, I don't even remember what I was playing, but I was on my channel, and I was like, I was talking to Mike Tendo the other day, and he said, blah, Mike appeared in my channel like a Pokemon, like a legendary Pokemon.
That's
so weird to say.
my name and I shall appear.
But yes, how can they find you?
So yes, we have a YouTube channel, Mike Tender 64. We also have our very own website for news, reviews, interviews, personal views, giveaways, and so much more. That is www.miketendo64.com. We're also on Blue Sky, the artist formerly known as Twitter, and yeah, and a couple of other social medias as well.
Very nice. Rowan, that leaves you. Where can they find you and stalk you in the bushes?
Well,
We might have dodged himself slightly earlier with saying about his house earlier. Only slightly.
yeah,
Yes.
just slightly.
I've
I
also
don't
got
mind,
a link
you know.
on Rowan's website as well. So yeah, I'm
Ooh.
everywhere, mate.
Oh,
He
right,
is.
yes.
He is. Yeah.
like a bad
sure,
smell.
yeah.
I
And,
You can't get rid of me.
I was going to say a bad
I
smell.
don't want to get rid of you.
Actually.
No, not at all.
Oh, no, yeah, me. Hi, yeah, that's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
You can tell it's getting late. Everyone's forgotten how to speak.
It's a very good question. No, I'm Rowan FN on most socials, by default, or like Steam, Switch, whatever. That's normally what my handle is. If it's not that, for instance, on like Blue Skies or on Etsy, I will be MBP UK, which is all just letters, and
Yes, they all are.
they are indeed.
A few
And, yeah,
consonants, maybe a
A
vowel.
few, well, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll try and get something in countdown today. And yeah, I do have a website where I sell my little manuals and that, which is mbpuk.net. Which yes, there's one, and and yeah, apart from that, is that and Etsy really is my main things. Otherwise, I'm just either on like Discord with you guys and that sort of thing, or on X and Instagram. I don't know. Wherever you like, really. I'm terrible at socials most of the time. I try and keep alive, but I'll do one post and then I'll just be really busy for like a week or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I forget to post again or something, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. That's about how.
But I do
it.
answer. Ask. Give me a question or whatever. Say hi. Whatever. I will reply. It's just, I'm
Eventually,
terrible
but
at
he will
saying what
reply.
I'm doing.
Yeah, trying to get you for this podcast. Like you have a day later. Yes.
That and Kylie as well is not on any socials. This must be a nightmare.
He did respond at least.
I don't. I opened up my Discord and I'm like, holy shit.
I literally like messaged her. I was like, "Are we streaming Summer Games Fest last Sunday?" And she got back to on her stream. The day before, because I prompted her in chat.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really
fantastic.
bad. But Pete, how about you? Where can we find you?
You can find me manning the artist formerly known as Twitter for Rapid Reviews Radio.
Because I ain't touching it, that's for sure.
I'm actually going to stick with that now.
That's what she
Thanks
said.
a lot. Also find us on Blue Sky at rapidreviewsradio.bluesky or whatever it is. I don't know. It's in this episode. You can also listen to my thoughts on films and TV shows of either Marvel Cinematic Universe or some other films that I've never watched before, or my co-host has never watched, called The Never Watchers. We released the Thunderbolts episode not too long ago, and go and listen to it to hear whether or not I was pleasantly surprised by the movie or absolutely hated it. Anyway,
Judging by your tone, it doesn't sound promising, but I am going to go watch that episode because I haven't seen it.
Please.
It might be
so
a red
that's
herring. You never know.
it's on all. That's on most podcast players, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all that under the Never Watch. We should be back with another episode soon where we're going to do a few good men. It's been teased for a long while.
Are you gonna do a few good men?
I might do a few good men and a few good women too.
This episode.
So many jokes, so little time.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, well, I was like, do I stay?
I
Can't handle the truth.
Yeah. You can also
You can
find
handle
me.
a few good men, though.
Anyway, yeah, you can also find me occasionally streaming on this channel if you've been watching us live. I'm hoping to do a few more in the not too distant future. So, Kylie, I'm going to swing it over to you. What about you? Where can I find you and your streaming?
I am nowhere and everywhere at the same time. I don't really do.
Got him.
I don't really do social media, but I do stream Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Those are set streams. 6:30 p.m. UK time. Mondays we do Mayhem Mondays, which are usually FPS. Wednesdays are our Weird Wednesdays, where I pick a weird game. Well, I say I pick a weird game from the community suggestions, which is, I've got a list like this long. Fridays, we do Fridays. Currently, we're doing Resident Evil Village. I'm supposed to cosplay as Lady Dimitrescu on Friday. That is my plan. Yeah, she was my girl last year. I didn't get to show her off. So I'm hoping to show her off now on stream. But sometimes I stream the other days, but those are all surprises. So you have to follow me at KILEY_WILDE to find out when I stream. But we've got a good group over there. Most of the people in chat and half the people on here are in the chat.
Hello.
So it's a good group. Everyone is welcome. We make it a point to cheer you up if you're not having a great day. And yeah, it's just a welcoming,
Great fun
time.
community.
It is.
Yes.
It's very fun. I've got all kinds of sound effects. The fart blaster seems to be the best one. So
Yeah, I saw a stream the other day. Gordon just rolls in, fart blast.
Leaves. Yeah.
You left a bad smell and walked off.
And that's always fun. Nana's actually a mod there, so is Pylord. I don't know if they're still there, but they're great mods, and it's just fun. It's just fun.
I try to.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's just if you happen to be available, just come chill. And yeah, because I don't do social media.
Yeah. One final thing, please make sure that you check out www.rapidreviewsuk.com for the latest reviews and discussions on all things gaming and tech.
Yes.
Because we are a Rapid Reviews affiliated podcast.
Yes, we're a supplement to the Rapid Reviews website. It's a good website. But I think that's going to do it for our podcast portion. Now, if you're a lovely listener out there and you've never joined us over at twitch.tv/Rapid Reviews, we're going to do about I know, what's wrong with you? No, we're going to do about 2 or 3 minutes of a post show where we just kind of kick it and chill with chat and our guests. And you guys miss that if you don't come check us out.
Yeah.
So do that. Do that right now. Well, probably not right now, because you're probably listening to this on the way to work, and we won't be live.
Do that next week.
Do it next week.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to do it for the podcast portion. So we will see you and talk to you next week. Bye.
Ciao for now.
Hey.
Thus ends the podcast portion, and so begins the extra 2 or 3 minutes that we just took off.
I have a question for the panel.
Oh.
Sure.
Because it's something that I've been doing over the last few weeks.
Oh my.
Has anyone watched The Last of Us Season 2?
I can't.
Oh.
I can't.
No, not
I
yet.
can't do it. I can't do it, Pete. I can't do it.
I'm going to be that guy. I don't like The Last of Us.
It's okay. It's okay.
The first season was okay. Like, it was pretty
the
good.
first season.
I like
Especially episode 3, which is like one of the best television.
I don't like the game either.
No, Gordon, I'm with you. I think as a game, it's terrible. As a story, it's decent.
I was gonna say.
I've never played the game. I got the game on like PlayStation, but I never played it. But I know what the story. I was like, I really want it. But when the series came around, I was like, I'll have a little look and watch. And I like some of the cinematic style they did and everything to make it look game-like in some scenarios and everything. It made me look forward to season 2 and that sort of thing, but I haven't got around to it yet.
I can't do season 2.
It's not bad. It's not as bad as
I'd watch it for Pedro.
Okay, maybe. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why I can't do
Oversaturated
season 2. Yeah. Exactly.
Mister, I'm in everything for a paycheck.
Yeah.
You've got Mando movie next year, mate.
I'm a lap Star Wars fan.
It'll be fine.
I've
It'll
been
be
watching
fine.
Andor season 2.
I love Andor.
I've not watched it yet. Yeah, it's on the list.
I love Andor for sure.
I've heard lots of good things about the
very
second
good
series.
things,
Yeah. So.
Well, even the first season, I was like, I've heard good, but I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm like, not watching anything.
Yeah.
Yes, I wouldn't recommend season of Us. at all.
Can't.
I
Okay.
think it's horrendous.
It will make me sad. I don't want to.
There was only
sad.
7 episodes as well.
What aspect is horrendous about like just like the story? Is it
story,
just
the
I
story.
absolutely
Or is it,
hated
like,
the story of
cinematic?
Last of Us Part 2 anyway as a game, and it is not translated.
okay.
Oof, it just shows that it's not a, and you definitely cannot polish a turd.
What I don't like is that we're most likely going to get a season 1 remaster before we see season 2.
That's probably.
That's so funny.
That's probably.
That is so funny.
Joke, mate,
Oh
honestly.
my god.
That is so funny.
Ah.
That
I knew
is
where you were going
top
with that straight
tier.
away. I was like, yep.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That is so funny.
I have my
Truckman,
moments.
you tricked me.
Oh.
Wow.
In the first half.
Oh.
No. But I started watching a show called Resident Alien. And I like
Oh,
it.
the one with
Alan
Alan Tudyk.
Yes, Tudyk. You know he
Tudyk.
named himself that. But I do
Okay.
really like it. Alan
It's
Tudyk,
very-
his name's Tudyk.
No, honestly, it is a very obscure, very strange show, but it is very.
It is. I really like it because the first season is. I did research. It's based on a comic book. Most best things are. I'm a comic book reader, so I have an affinity for that. Anyway, but the first season really does feel like it's written by a neurodivergent. It's very, because we all feel like anyone who's neurodivergent, we all feel like aliens anyway. Just hanging out here on Earth, not fitting in. It really captures that. Now I'm on the
Am
second.
I an alien?
But I'm on.
Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien.
I don't want to
But,
live on this planet anymore.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'd like to go to my home planet. But the second season's a little more experiencing the extra characters, which is fine. They need to fill time, I guess. But I think they need to concentrate more on the Resident Alien. But anyway, it's a good series. If you've got Netflix or whatever, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, it was originally on Sky, so if you've got a Sky subscription, then just go and watch it on there.
Even better.
Oh wow. Nice.
Nana, what do you mean by that? Also, I'm surprised that there wasn't like national uproar when it started. Oh, do you mean on the series season 2 of Last of Us? That's why I won't watch it.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother watching it anyway. It's no
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Nah,
It's no good.
nah, not for me.
He's no good.
But anyway, it's no good.
Yeah, it's for those who actually do know the story of 2, it ends the season at the midway point in the game, and I think you know exactly what that is then. So that's all I'm
Spoilers,
saying.
Pete. No, I'm kidding. No, there's no like you would. They're not really spoilers at this point. I mean,
No,
But-
I'm not spoiling anything if you've already played
I'm
the
pretty
games.
sure the second game's been remastered anyway, so
oh my
It
gosh,
has.
I think it has, which is
It has, yeah.
It's
insane.
not really spoilers now, is it?
Like 3
Not
times.
really.
I think.
Well,
Still
The
can't
Last of
believe
Us.
that.
So The Last of Us part 1 came
I
out
love
on the
the story of
PS3,
that.
then got
I love
remastered for
the
the
story
PS4, and then 5,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then Last of Us Part 2 came out for the PS4, and then got remastered for the PS5. So on the PS6, it'll be a remake.
On the
Probably.
PS6, you'll have a bundle, you know.
Yeah.
Oh no, they've already no.
That's probably true.
No, they have already done it for the PS5. They had The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 like collection as one.
There'll be a VR version soon, I'm sure.
Yes, probably. Bill Druckmann
Oh
will
god,
just
I do not
coast.
want to. I do not want to do murder.
Speaking
There's a
of
Deadpool VR.
finally,
There's a Deadpool.
Yes.
Oh, for Christ's
What do you
sakes!
think of Neil Patrick Harris's Deadpool?
Okay, so at first I was
Suck it.
mad. At first I was like, why? Why couldn't they get Ryan Reynolds?
I'm editing.
then-
I'm done.
And then Ryan Reynolds did a quote reaction, but it's staged
Yes.
or whatever.
Of course
Of
it's
Neil Patrick,
staged.
Neil Patrick Harris doing his voice. He dressed up as Doogie Howser. I'm old. I remember Doogie Howser. That's how old I am. So that was hilarious, and I'm not gonna lie because I'm a weird person. The fact that Ryan Reynolds did a ad, kind of almost giving his blessing, not blessing, of Neil Patrick Harris doing his voice, I'm kind of okay with it.
Learning about buttholes, which they didn't teach you in medical. Yeah.
I love that so much. It's so good. It's so
I
good.
hate Deadpool so much.
I love Deadpool so much. I would marry him.
I don't mind Deadpool, to be fair. But I know you guys were a bit iffy on him in the chat, but yeah.
No, honestly, I never liked
Pete has
Deadpool as a
never-
character in the
Okay.
in the comics. He was horrendous,
See-
fourth wall breaking piece of crap. Anyway,
I was reading the Deadpool comics before it was cool. In 1999. Thank you very much.
Oh my god.
oh my god!
Oh my god. But yeah, no, I think Ryan Reynolds. Oh, I was so angry when Wolverine Origins came out, and
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds. I was like,
Pretty
Ryan Reynolds is
dirty.
perfect because I remembered him from the Blade 3. I was like, oh, Ryan Reynolds is perfect, and then he's called the Merc with the mouth in the comic books, and then they
Doesn't even have a mouth.
Yeah, and I was like, what the is this? So I was glad.
Yeah.
When the new Deadpool came out, and it was Ryan Reynolds. And Pete hates Deadpool.
Crap.
Don't know why, Pete.
I think it did quite a bit for the cinema aspect of you can have like a really R-rated or M-rated sort of like Marvel movie.
Yes.
Like, Average Carnage, and people will love it.
Absolutely. I think they got scared because they are more family friendly. Disney owns Marvel and they're family friendly, blah blah blah. But Deadpool's never been family friendly. I mean, he kicks babies.
That laugh.
I love it so much. I love Deadpool so much. And I think Ryan Reynolds has done a great job with him. But yeah. So Pete, what about you?
What about him?
Would you play Deadpool VR? I kind of want to get VR.
Okay,
just to play
two things. Firstly, if I haven't made it very much,
I know.
do not like Deadpool. I don't think I like Deadpool. £40 or £50 game. Also, I can't.
I think
play
I would-
VR, right?
I think I'd
Because
like
I've
to
gone
see
after
that.
2 minutes.
I think I'd like to see you play it on like a YouTube video or something. I think that'd be brilliant.
I can't play. I can't do VR. I'd be sick, honestly.
I know.
Otherwise, I would.
I do get kind of.
Someone gift me the Deadpool game, and I'll gladly play it just to shite all over it.
Tempted?
That's an invitation for anyone. Please do it.
How much is
There
it?
you go.
Delisted. It got delisted a while back. I'm not quite sure it's
But-
possible.
I'm kind of glad. I'll say this, and we'll wrap it up. But I'm kind of glad they got Neil Patrick Harris, which is still weird to me that they got him, rather than what's his face that does all the voices for everyone ever.
Nolan North.
Nolan North.
No, yeah.
Yeah, who's cool and everything. It's just that give someone else a chance, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they didn't get Ryan Reynolds. There's got to be a reason. It had to be scheduling because he's in the
Money.
commercial. It's money.
Money.
That's probably it. Yeah. I'd pay money to have Ryan Reynolds voice my Deadpool game.
I'd pay money to have a cup of tea with him.
It would just be
You
my
might
fan
be able
fiction.
to on Cameo.
My Deadpool game would be like in season
I'm gonna-
17.
I'm going to bid for it on eBay and see if I can get it for you, Pete.
There you go. There you go, Pete. But anyway, we hope you guys have it. Whoa, Pete, our
Wow.
faces went away on.
Sorry, it's editing.
Well, our faces are gone now.
No,
They're still on my stream. They're still on my stream, you're fine.
We're still there.
Oh,
We're
well.
still there. We are now.
Okay. Well, this is the part where we usually say goodbye. I'm staring at a black screen, but that could just be.
This is the part where the rap
There we
breaks
are.
down. It's real intense. No one makes a sound.
Ah, yeah.
Everything looks like it's 8 miles back now.
Uh-huh.
Pete comes back and everyone loses themselves as that back to reality. Oh, there's been gravity. No, says, oh, back to the rock. Yeah.
Go on, Mike. Go on,
yeah.
Mike.
Mike at the mic. Do a mic drop.
Drop the mic.
Boom.
Knees weak, mom spaghetti.
Yes! Mom sweaty, mom spaghetti. Yes. Hell yeah.
Oh.
You had that in your back pocket for ages, didn't you? So just
That's
boom.
what she said.
Hey.
With the lyrics, just so...
Yeah. They're on the wall in front of him.
Oh. But yes.
He knows when
now-
his time is right. That's when the lyrics come up.
It's my time.
Yes.
Spotlight
Britain's
comes
Got Talent
down.
next year, mate.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And then I will fluff it on the first verse. Yeah. No.
That's when you just start making up stuff. I've done that before. Went to go sing, and I couldn't remember any of the words of the song, and I just made stuff up. People were like, "Okay, that's
As long as
cool."
you say Mum Spaghetti. I think
Yes,
it's
exactly. Exactly. That's the key part. Palm sweaty, mom spaghetti. Once you got that, nobody cares about anything else. But yes, we thank our lovely, lovely, beautiful, fabulous audience for joining us today, and we thank our guests. First and foremost, for joining us. They didn't have to do this, but me and Peter sure are glad that they did do this. Mostly because it would
I'm
be a boring show.
contractually obligated to do this.
Ah,
I'm
yeah,
actually
because
attached to my chair. I can't leave.
yes, I made sure of that. But can you imagine though if it was just me and Pete on this doing a Switch 2? It'd be like, Pete, what do you think? How's it going, Pete? What'd you play, Pete? Because I don't know anything. So we are very thankful that these lovely, lovely, handsome gentlemen have joined us this week.
Oh, you're pushing it now.
I always
There's
do.
no need to lie, young lady.
I never lie.
When I do.
But we do thank you so much for joining us. We do thank our guests so much. I'm sure you will see them many, many times in the future, so don't worry. But still, go download and listen to this episode, please. It will mean the world to us. I think that's gonna do it, though. Pete, you got anything to add?
Nah.
Okay. So, what?
That's it.
He said
Okay.
Deadpool is his favourite ever.
Yes! We'll end it on that note. Deadpool's the best, and Pete
Sorry,
loves Deadpool.
hang on. Who's in control here? I can end this when I.
I've got my own stream going, mate. I can end it whenever I
No
want.
one's gonna end the podcast in mid-sentence.
And we're out.
Yes.
I've cut the stream short.
He would do that.
I actually
he
did.
did do that. Pete did do that. We're off air now. Pete.
Still streaming on mine.
I know you are. It's alright, you get the extra.
Excellent.
Thanks for my guests.
They get the extra content.
Yes. There you go. Well, that's the show done.
Exclusive content.
Yeah, see, I'm helping Courtney out. He gets some extra content out of it.
Thank
There you
you.
go.
Part
There you go.
of the contract.
Yeah,
Ah,
I'll send
But
you the
that was-
Deadpool game as part of the contract.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. I actually will stream it, and I will, through
He'll
gritted
hate it
teeth.
Let's do it.
the whole
Let's
time.
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
that's
do
what
it.
she said.
Cool.
Handle while you do it.
Let's find someone to send this stream over to, shall we? That sounds like a good, fun thing to do.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Is anyone
Do
cool streaming at the moment?
Do it.
Do it.
Use your hate.
There's a guy playing Mario Kart. That sounds like a good idea.
That seems appropriate.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Enjoy. Bye.
Bye.
Ended in the